Ladies and gentlemen, I'll tell you what, but beneath the Five Kings, I'll play through of the Five Kings Adventure Path by Paizo. My name is Brendan. I'm here with Austin, Josh, Sarah, Lorna, and Dylan. We're missing our friend Justin, but we are Crits and Cantrips. We're playing a little Pathfinder 2nd Edition. Little Sky King's Tomb Adventure Path. Yeah, Jedi Studa. No, I will have no NPCs using that voice this session, so don't worry about that.
The real missed opportunity. You're warmed up for it now.
I know, it was pretty bad. I was
Look
trying
how
to think
easy
of
it
what
is
I
to be
could do.
racist. Let's continue.
An
Trying to
early
think of what I wanted
soundboard.
to do while doing it, so that was a
Sub
bad
1 minute.
idea, but
It's good.
That's not the earliest I've been.
It's not, no, because you guys like to do sound bites when I do my intros for our Starfinder
right
game,
up,
just to rip.
last end.
Mostly Dalton, I think, but I can't ever tell.
Yeah, when
so-
you get Dalton and I together, let's just.
It's always a good time to do that one.
All right. Yeah, so it's been a couple weeks. We like playing little Pathfinder 2nd Edition. Let's see. Banter topic up top. As it starts to become summer,
It's starting like mine.
what is your favorite thing that happens that makes you excited for summer?
That happens or you like doing.
Okay.
It turns into fall.
It sounds like you have something clear that you want to talk about.
Oh, I've got
Sarah,
so many
you're first.
things. I have a monologue about summer.
Okay. We got
Well,
time to fill.
just the beginning.
like 2
You can only
hours.
monologue about the beginning, so if that cuts it down.
Yeah.
A monologue about the beginning. Beginning is the end. No.
The Alpha and the Omega.
Alpha the Omega.
Oh, beat you to it. Sorry.
I love the
What
weather.
else?
I love the outside. I love the sunshine. I love the serotonin. I love the critters.
Mhm.
I like Little League Baseball. I like sailing. I like water. I like camping. I like eating.
Have you watched Love on the Spectrum? Because listening to you right now, it's like that one guy on Love on the Spectrum that's like, you're pretty and nice. And
I know.
fun. What do you like about me?
I thought that when Lorna chimed in there, she sounded like Iago from Aladdin. Gilbert Gottfried. She gave me Gilbert Gottfried vibes there.
Well, you know, I'm eating a dummy thick peanut butter sandwich right now, and so that is why that sounded like that.
Lorna
Very
with
guttural.
peanut butter sounds like Godfrey. Got it. Write that down. Episode title.
Also,
Lord-
Sarah sounds like Love on the Spectrum. Right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sarah
That's what I
sounds
got out of
autistic.
it.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
I don't
Okay.
think anyone on the spectrum ever says dummy thick. Has that been documented?
I don't know if it's been
I mean,
documented.
Sarah said it,
but
so I think someone on the spectrum has said
Yeah.
dummy
Like,
thick.
It's a spectrum, so first time for
Oh
everything.
boy. Well, it's not our most PC episode start. Anybody else want to talk about summer?
I do like camping as long as the
Yeah.
weather is okay. And I look forward to doing outdoor stuff this summer because some of us signed up for a volleyball league, which would be fun.
Oh.
Or
You're gonna be
horrible.
a world-class athlete, huh?
Anything to help lose this sitting here all day weight would be good.
Yeah. No, I feel that. I should start running during these sessions. All right. So.
A standing treadmill would just be really annoying about it.
Exactly.
Yeah, Austin says anything to lose this sitting here weight except play in an ultimate frisbee league. Mm-hmm.
Something that I will
Mhm.
thoroughly enjoy. I need a middle of
see.
the gate
Definitely,
activity,
yeah.
not gas myself
Definitely
out.
a couple steps in between ultimate, which is the ultimate sport, I believe, and
A beer league volleyball,
volleyball.
on Sundays.
It's probably like, beer league volleyball, senior softball league, ultimate ninja warrior, and then ultimate frisbee.
Yeah.
Just like
Yeah.
varying degrees of athleticism.
And then maybe like a soccer and a football above that, maybe
Yeah. No, then
like professional.
Olympic sports. Yeah, yeah. No.
And then astronaut.
And then astronaut. That's the ultimate
The
sport.
best athletes in the world.
Hey,
They're out of this world.
Oh, boo. Boo. But my other answer was it turns into fall, which is actually the best season. So.
Okay.
Okay.
What
Godfrey?
trees?
Okay.
So
That was the peanut butter talking.
I love summer. I love spring and I love summer.
Summer.
Because
Good.
the days get longer and
Ooh.
it's sunny.
That's
and I
good pick.
love laying in the sun like an actual lizard. It's one of my favorite pastimes. And I love my job in the summer because I get to spend so much wonderful time outside in this beautiful
Time.
weather.
Till it's hot.
I do like fall. Fall's not the issue. It's the fact that fall means winter is coming.
Winter's coming.
That's true.
And when you
That's
do
the
what
bad
I
part
do,
about fall.
winter, I know everybody hates, like, it's like, oh, winter's rough. Yeah, try being an ambulatory equine veterinarian that works primarily outside
No.
in the middle of winter.
I will not do
Good
that.
at that.
So,
I don't think I'd be good at that.
until you have been just trying to keep all the drugs on your truck from freezing as you are trying to administer them to a patient. But summer is lovely and I love it so much. And I love being outside, and I love being tan, and I love wearing shorts, and I love wearing Birkenstocks.
Ooh. I didn't even say Birkenstocks.
We really need to talk to Lorna about her attempts to dox herself in this family, just constantly on this. If
On
anyone,
the stream. God,
Yeah.
you know how funny that'd be if I like cared enough to like make a compilation, like a TikTok of like us slowly giving away where we live, and then just like a Google map that keeps narrowing down on things. That'd be really funny.
Just
We didn't
triangulating.
talk about any addresses or locations.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, what? I said Birkenstocks and shorts.
No. He just talking about earlier. He's like, doxing just means giving away personal information. So now, like, you gave specifically what you do for a living, which would help narrow down things. So.
Oh, I guess. I don't know. I feel like
I don't
Eight
think
of
it's
our
that-
followers immediately go to Google. They might be able to find us.
that, and
It
also
doesn't
I
matter
feel like
that
I made
much.
it very clear in a lot of other ways what.
We did talk
Yeah,
about 70
have-
Highway last week.
Shut up. That's just a theoretical highway. I've never heard of it.
What's
See?
that game called again where you like get a picture of a street and you have to guess where it's at?
GeoGuessr?
GeoGuessr.
Yeah. You guesser. I watched somebody who has to be professional at it. It is wild. He was offered like 15 different light posts and somehow knew exactly
Yep.
where all of them were. I was like,
There's an
That's
art to playing GeoGuessr too, because like it's 95% of the world.
You have GeoGuessr too?
Yeah, exactly. So like, but also like the color of the car. Like if you could see the Google car, like knowing the color of the car, like lets you narrow down things too. It's crazy. I love it. I think we've talked about doing like a GeoGuessr as like a banter one of these times, just like playing it just to see.
but that would just be you guys because I have nothing to offer in that game.
That's not true. You don't know. It might
I
be.
do know.
It might be, Chicago, which is where you grew up.
The
And so you
robot
would
in
be
my
really-
computer might offer something, which is a bunch of noise, but otherwise that's all I will offer.
It's okay.
Radiation
I'm
poisoning.
looking at our feed right now, and it says we only have one person watching, so it would have to be me. So,
It's Stream Elements too. We have the bot that's watching. Please don't
Yeah,
find us.
so-
Oh,
That's
wait.
That's all right. Everyone's watching us on YouTube, Brendan.
that's right. We'll just cut these parts out of YouTube after we've already been stalked.
I won't. That's too much
All
work.
right.
That's why I
Anybody
stream
else want
YouTube.
to talk about summer? Dylan? Josh?
I mean, I'm eating, so Josh, you go.
Peanut butter?
I think Josh is also eating, which is why he muted himself. Is the problem?
Oh,
Alright.
shit. Okay, hold on.
Yeah, I am.
Let me get through
I
this.
can-
line.
I could keep
I
listing
will
things about summer.
monologue for 20 minutes about
Okay.
summer.
Okay, I can go.
Okay.
For me, the thing I'm most excited about is Ultimate Frisbee season and
Nice.
being able to run around outside until the wee hours of the night, and also play Ultimate Frisbee and travel and play the sport that I love so dearly. And
You list Ultimate 3 times in that
Yeah.
one sentence. Okay.
If you
Trying to
have it
dox
in the name
myself.
of your sport, you're gonna say
He
it
found,
every
he
time.
found different ways to list Ultimate more.
I never get to
and
say it.
and to put it away that Sarah Renfree on April
Uh-oh.
Docs! Docs! Fool of a took.
Hey,
April's my code
That's-
name.
yeah, April.
Oh.
Oh, is that it?
We're having a good
Yeah,
time.
That's
I
it.
thought, for a second,
Okay.
I thought my computer, like.
I thought there was
lost
more to that
connection.
sentence.
All
All right.
I would say my favorite part about summer is air conditioning. You know, just walking into a cool room.
You can do better
after
than that.
you-
Do better than that.
What?
You can do better than
Wow.
that.
Do better. Be better.
How many times have you heard that, Brendan?
No.
No, I understand what
today,
you're saying.
Or just in general.
It's the perspective, because like
No, no.
usually the AC, you just take it for granted. You don't really need it, but in the summer, you need it.
Yeah.
I
No, no.
need it.
I think it's the contrast. It's like I don't love like being uncomfortable, but if you can get comfortable after being hot, like if you get inside and the air conditioning's on or a fan is on, and you just like pass out and then wake up and you like had the best nap of your life, I think that's what summer's all about.
The best of my life, that's the nap I literally have outside in the sun.
That's terrible.
There you go.
I mean,
I would never. I would roast alive. Yeah, I would just die.
Yeah.
I would just be on fire.
that's why I never have been good at tanning, because I'm just like, this is so boring, and I'm hot. I'm getting back in the pool.
Yeah. The
Or
sun
I'm
is
going
on me.
inside.
Get it
Yeah.
off. Get it off. It's burning. I can feel it.
But by that
Brendan,
logic, I love a cold glass of water, though.
Remember
Because
we
there's
talked
not a lot
about
better.
the male versus female experience with a hot shower. I feel like that's with tanning too.
Yeah, we did talk about this. We had a conversation. But girls just like to boil their skin off in showers, and guys don't like to die. So
I like a hot shower.
I like a hot shower, but I
it's-
also do
it's not
fuck with
that
a
hot.
cold shower. Yeah, it's not
promise
girl
you,
hot.
It's not that hot. It's not girl hot.
Girls just have higher pain tolerance too, so it just makes sense.
I mean, it has been studied that they do have a higher pain tolerance in
Yeah.
general.
Yeah, I think that's
So-
applicable.
That's something.
Yeah. So women
Um,
are weak.
They like to be in pain in the shower.
you said it,
They
not
like to
me.
Just be like, ah.
No, it's good.
I just want to
Just
feel
like-
something, anything at all.
Yeah.
I just want to feel.
I don't want to turn it up to the point where I'm actually boiling alive, but that's okay. Everybody gets their share of the hot water heater that way.
I am loving the
All right.
weather out right now. It is wonderful in my
Pretty
job.
cool.
I'm outside all the time. Every morning, I'll send a GIF in our Discord, but I do this into the sun just to start my day, and it's glorious. It's something I can't do in fall or winter, but I just love feeling the really just the hot sun.
I
just
hadn't
all
scrolled
day.
down yet. I thought it was the Napoleon Dynamite one you sent.
Yeah, just starting
Every
my
morning.
day.
I
Yeah,
thought that was
Enjoying
the
the day.
Sarlacc one, and he just threw himself into the.
That's funny.
Yep.
That's
Yeah,
good.
so,
Uh,
okay.
It's just work. Yeah.
Like a good morning sun when it's still cool outside, but the sun feels good. Like yeah.
Mhm.
It did
I-
feel the weather was at its optimal settings this morning. It was kind of crazy.
I've had my window open for like 3 days straight now. I feel like so. As I move my chair slightly to the side, so you can see an open window.
Now, should I open my basement window? Just let all the bugs walk directly into my.
I haven't. Yeah,
Phantom.
you need a screen.
Yeah,
Just
it's just a basement window. And I got no screens.
Put the screen on.
We could hook you up with a screen.
It makes screens, most sizes.
We could turn you into a screen.
Was Pi the
Somebody log it.
horse of circumference or just his friend? Sorry, circumference. I can also see your bed. I know where you sleep, Austin. Whoa, dude, don't use my actual name.
It's
We just-
Austin or.
We were just talking about doxing.
Yeah. No. Okay. All right. So everybody's
No one said
kind
Pathfinder.
of in a bright, sunny mindset. Well, that's because it's good year round.
But it's never the best.
Oh.
I love iced tea. I love waking up to the sunshine. I love.
I'm like, Sarah, you've said enough things.
Write it down, get back to us at the end. Open up the
Sorry,
notes.
We've used all of our screen time.
Oh, less student drivers on the road.
Depending on the city that you live in. Yeah. Whoa! Docs!
Whoa!
Stop saying city names!
That's true. College towns in the summer are the best.
Mm-hmm.
I think I
Okay.
wore a college hoodie on one of these episodes and already ruined it, so it is what it is.
I think we've done a lot to ruin it, but we should probably
I think we
try
should-
to be better in the future.
We should bring more attention to
Yeah.
it every time it happens.
We
too.
should come up with fake names for each other.
Alright, Jimmy.
Yeah, Bomb,
Okay,
don't
I'm
even think about figuring out
Angoric.
where we live, okay? Don't even think about
Work.
it.
I like it. It's very fantasy themed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So now that we're all in the right mindset,
Yeah.
to go down into the Darklands, far, far away from the light of the day.
Yep.
Yeah. So you guys have been exploring the Court of Ether, a city of Fae in the Darklands, deep underneath the mountain side. And kind of been looking for clues at what's going on. You kind of came down here, I believe, with the goal of maybe finding the trail of the red worm, the crimson worm, because you kind of got a hint from the ghost of High King Targic that that you needed to follow the trail of this worm. So you kind of looking for clues for this crimson worm. You came down to the Court of Ether, and you've kind of talked to a few people you've met at the bar, and you were searching for this merchant Garfanolo, who's apparently like stolen the identity of this young rat folk outside the city. You did succeed in finding him. You talked to him for a little bit, and he really didn't seem interested in bargaining with you. He said maybe if you had something of value to trade, he'd be willing to talk about that kind of business, but he really wasn't that interested. You did help a red cap. You helped Innerhoff kill the serial killer of red caps, the Cap Killer, which turned out to be a Paraika, like a creature from a different dimension.
Yeah, that was crazy.
And the very last thing that happened was you saw this Nuglub, you saw this type of gremlin prank a red cap by launching it off the cavern into the abyss. And then it sort of rushed towards you with some bottles of some very volatile alchemist fire, kind of making it seem like you are the next to get pranked. And I believe that where we left off...
I was just going to say that we did culture checks to figure out that, like, as long as things are a prank, it's okay if people get hurt. So, like, that was a big part of it. Yeah.
Theoretically, yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of what we figured out. Like, people are okay with that because it was funny.
Yeah, what goes for a law here in the Fae City might not be your typical version of that. But I think where we left off, Karu was casting a spell on this creature. So, do you want to tell everybody what spell you're casting?
Just tried and true Forbidden Thought.
Forbidden Thought. Okay, so you're Mr. Xing this situation here. You're giving this creature a Forbidden Thought. In that case,
he's saying, "Be gone, thought."
It is an aggressive action, so I'm going to go ahead and add everybody to the initiative tracker.
Ooh, let's go.
And have you all roll for initiative. Now, if you want to make a case for what skill you were using that's different than your normal perception check, feel free. Otherwise, it's just a perception and a d20.
This guy's Fae, right?
This creature is Fae.
Cool. I keep forgetting that I have a skill feat called That's Not Natural, where I get a +1 circumstance bonus to initiative checks as long as they're an aberration, Fae, mutant, or undead. So that would apply here.
Would apply here.
So that's gonna be.
Pretty sure, Seth.
I'm pretty sure.
All right, I got a 25 total. I have added it to the tracker.
Are we?
You said
at the
perception plus
Ethereal
what?
Market.
Yep,
map,
Ethereal
or
Market,
What map
yeah.
are we on? Okay.
I'm probably
Just
gonna
kind of-
need a new link to this.
Oh no, did your thing not work?
Yeah, it keeps telling me I can't get into it.
Let me see, I can...
You got it, Brendan? I was gonna say I can't. I can actually. I can do it easier if you want, Brendan.
You just need the port and the
I'll just send you a
external
screenshot.
address.
Just need address and port. Yeah.
It just tells me that I can't it can't be reached. Taking too long to respond. One of those.
You're gonna need the. What name does he need to do too, Brendan? If there's a.
What do you mean?
His username, does that matter for having control of characters? Is it based on username?
I mean, if it's the same as it was before, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know if it's gonna. If he has to completely put it in fresh. I don't know.
He's Karos, so as all he does carve it should be fine.
'Kay.
I think.
I sent a screenshot of the settings with the username and password too, Dylan, if you need that.
Which friend are you talking to?
You fucking talking to me?
I'm talking to you. I think you just said Dalton under your breath. So
Did
I?
I?
Was just curious. I think so.
You did.
We'll peel back the tapes later.
Did you say peel back the tapes?
Yeah, peel back the measuring tapes, as we all do when we're reviewing things.
This is interrupting, but I do think it's hilarious. Brendan asked me a question, and I like verbatim answered it, and like a few minutes later, he goes, "I'm sorry, did you say something?" And I was like,
Locked into something else.
Not functioning on all cylinders today.
That's
Huang, did you do initiative?
Yeah, you said perception plus what? Is what I asked earlier.
just a D20 roll.
D20, just roll.
D20. Okay,
It's a roll.
great.
What map?
Listening audience.
Should be
Ethereal
Ethereal
Market.
Market.
Here we are.
Here we are.
Here we are.
Brendan, you want me to go quirky combat?
Wait, is our initiative perception? Do we have an initiative bonus? Is it
No,
perception?
should just be perception unless you think you are doing something else in this moment. It's probably perception, but if you have a
Then
case
I
for...
have to... Then my initiative is actually this.
Yeah, I mean, you can change the music if you want.
Well, I just didn't know if that's what we're... Thank you.
All right.
I love this one. This one brings me so much joy.
Kind of silly, but that's all right.
I know.
Sarah, did you get a number?
I put it in. 30.
Nah.
Me
Let's see it.
too.
Wow.
I will enter it for you guys.
Oh.
Hey, can I give feedback? Is
The
that valid?
power of friendship.
Sure.
I don't like this song.
Like
You don't like it? That's all right. I like it, so we even out.
There.
Oh, that's fair. All right.
You know what? Now it's uneven.
You like it?
Okay.
Decide.
Orpheus or Huang, who wants to go first?
Orpheus
what
can
I
go
heard.
first.
Or
I'm not following on. Orpheus
Can
may
you
go
do
me?
first.
Um,
What's happening?
I'm fine.
I
Wait
don't
for
know.
a second. I don't care.
I think Brendan is broken. I don't know, Sarah. You were just cutting out at the most perfect times. You were just like, "Art, what is
We
happening?"
got three total sounds between the two of you. It was like, huh? Ah. I think Lorna said that she doesn't care.
And Sarah said Orpheus can go first. Do you catch all that?
Yeah,
They all
I
pointed
think
at
we're
each
good
other.
now. Holy
Can
fuck,
you
that was
do me a
awesome.
favor and ping the guy who threw. Is it this little guy with the? That's okay. Thank you.
Mhm.
And nobody, keep in mind. So let's skip the music. No, keep in mind that nobody has attacked you guys yet.
You guys could
Hey.
turn it down if you don't like it. Where'd it go?
And there's no music.
Oh, I paused it.
I'll have to make up my own.
Ooh.
Gonna
Today.
be a mighty king like no king was before. I'm working hard, I'm looking. Oh, yeah, there we go.
I'll skip it back to where we were. There we go.
Thank
Roughly.
you.
Well, that's not concerning enough.
This is the highest production episode we've ever had, ladies and gentlemen.
So far, yeah. I'll remember next time not to talk about summer before we start.
Yeah, you got everyone rowdy like we're kids in school ready for summer to start.
Yeah, turn to a High School Musical production.
That's what I should have said.
Summer.
Getting out of school. That's still my best.
Summer.
Still my favorite part of summer.
Summer.
I am going
Summer.
to try to do Glad Hand, which is
Ooh.
first impressions are your strong suit. When you meet someone in a casual or social situation, you can immediately attempt a diplomacy check to make an impression on that creature rather than needing to converse for 1 minute. You take a -5 penalty to the check. If you fail or critically fail, you can engage in a 1-minute conversation and attempt a new check at the end of that time rather than accepting the failure or critical failure result.
Alright.
And try to get this guy on our side, so because it feels weird to just like attack him. So
Shoot him in the face.
okay.
He is coming at us with
Alright.
fire, presumably.
I know, but like he seems
I'm just saying.
We're getting
In
like
his
glad hand, bro.
in his culture, I think this is
In his culture.
funny and friendly and cute, but
Sure.
In his culture? What do you mean in his culture, Lorna?
I rolled a
Good call.
What do you mean? I mean in his culture, Josh.
Yeah, we saw
What
the
is
sign.
his culture? Yeah,
I like
what?
it.
No,
Yeah,
I
pretty
liked her
wild.
just ignoring your question.
Yeah, no, that was the best. Anyway,
Lorna,
Josh,
what was the result of your diplomacy check?
I can't think over Josh asking me.
What? What?
It's
starting from the top.
24.
Welcome to
24!
episode 43.
What's your favorite
Episode
thing
23.
about summer?
You know what? We
Alright.
need Justin. Justin keeps us in line.
That's
Is that what it is?
I think so.
Maybe.
He's a rock.
He's
Alright,
our
He's
rock
trying to
during this
keep the
quirky
colony
Just
time.
a boulder?
in line,
it's a rock.
What is it?
Alright, so you'd be making a diplomacy check against the will DC of this creature, and you got a 24. Thank you, Lorna.
He
Uh,
speaks common. There's like a common language. I feel like this is like a common language thing. Okay.
Yeah, probably.
What the fuck am I? Chopped liver. Nicholas, you're not a part of this game. You're not our rock. You're our chat pebble.
Damn,
I think that was good though. That was nice.
that's
Chat rock. I
no,
guess you
that's
could be
doing
chat
Nick-
rock.
That's doing Nicholas pretty dirty. Chat pebble?
When you say chat rock, I think of Camp Rock the way they sing in that song. Or
The fuck
Chat
on
chat
up.
rock.
Yeah, right.
Chat rock.
Okay, back on track.
I
Alright.
hate myself.
It's
We-
okay. I think. Okay, so you tell me. So, Orpheus has evaluated the situation, and you're extending a hand to this person. What would you want to say to this creature that's approaching you, that will calm it down?
I think the whole point of that is
Enough.
I don't have to actually say anything at all. I think I would give him a look that would let him know, like, we are not to be fucked with.
Oh, he's
that-
doing the
is that the same
Superman
friendship look
stab
I give you?
from Man of Steel.
Talking all at
I
once.
think that I would have my little broody face and be like, basically, do not fuck around and find out by trying to throw fire at us, please. Thank you.
Okay. All right. So, you know that your check was successful, which would succeed in improving the attitude of this creature. You don't know what the starting attitude of it towards you was. You would have improved the attitude of this creature. You didn't say anything to the creature yet, but maybe it looks a little less manic. You know, like stops kind of rushing towards you, looks a little less manic there for a second. Is there anything else you'd like to do on your turn? You don't have to do anything else on your turn. I'd say that's probably just one action. So you have a couple of other actions, but you can also just wait and see what happens.
I'm gonna wait at this point.
Okay.
Since things have not really unfolded too much.
All right, Huang, do you want to undo all the work that Orpheus
It
just
turns
did and
into a
attack this
bear.
creature? No, what are you thinking, dear?
It's a good question. I don't know.
Is there people
Um,
here?
If
Like just
There's
it's dark in the
definitely a
market.
crowd.
Okay, so
Yep.
we're like
you're
okay.
you're in the middle of the market, there's a crowd. I will say that it's always an option to just hold your turn, and you can tell me at any time that you want to jump back in, and then you'll just go after whoever's currently acting. And you can also ready an action, so you can say, "I'm gonna cast a spell, but not unless they attack us." You know, like I'm gonna.
Like
I'm
I feel
gonna
like
turn the bear.
that's kind of how my forbidden thought works because it doesn't really activate until they do the trigger.
Mhm.
But I get that it would be a aggressive action to just cast a spell on someone. So that makes sense for the story.
What are you thinking, Sarah?
Well, I'm thinking I'm going to protect companion with one, protect bow. I'm trying to decide if I want to do root reading or not.
What is root
don't know how-
reading?
Basically, I can like read the room through the roots and detect like undetected creatures
Okay.
and learn about their presence if they're there.
I don't
Just
know
in
if we're
case.
worried about extra. There's like the problem I would see with that is this whole area is filled with people. Like we're in a
Yeah.
very busy market, so your root reading, if there's roots here, might just be like 732 people. Like you might just be overwhelming, unless it like lets you know about specifically only
says
enemy
undetected.
combatants. Okay,
It says undetected. I would imagine that would be just ones that we can't see with our physical
sure.
eye. But
Is that
You
like
tell me.
is that a limited spell? Like, can you only
It's
do
a,
that?
it's a cantrip, so she can cast as much as she
Oh,
wants. Is that what you
yeah.
want to
I guess yeah, it doesn't hurt them.
I think it would be fun. I'm gonna do it.
Cool.
do? Yeah. So I think if you do
don't let that man tell you otherwise, Sarah.
No, can't
Thank
fuck
you,
it.
Josh.
Yeah.
if you cast root reading, I don't think there's a lot of plants down here, but maybe you're getting very, very faint readings from a lot of like mold and stuff that's like like fungus, lichens, things that are like growing in the cavern. And I think there's nobody like invisible following you. There's nobody like undetected. So for now, you think that you pretty much have a good read on the situation.
Okay.
Okay, so
A
that's
root
Wong's
read
turn.
on the
You have a
situation?
good reading. And Goric, what are you thinking?
I think Angoric is going to just cast guidance 3 times on
Nice.
Wokrun, Karu, and Orpheus.
Is that a +1 on anything, or
It's a
specific?
+1 on anything.
Anything, okay.
Basically anything.
Okay.
Yeah. +1 on any roll that you'd like to make.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Don't mention it.
Fine,
All
I
right,
won't.
what about Wakrun?
I'm gonna grab my amulet and do exploit vulnerability just to see what I can learn about this creature. Don't plan to attack it or anything, but gonna try
Did you do that
to.
last time?
I think I don't. Oh, I did, didn't I? I did that before combat though. So would you want me to do that again, or is that already active? You think?
I would say that's already active. Do you just want to make an additional knowledge check?
Sure. Yeah, because I think I learned that they're fey, weak to silver, that sort of thing.
Hold
So I have the exploit vulnerability going then. I don't think I want to pull out my spear. I think that would seem too aggressive at this time, so I will just leave no weapon pulled out
Nice.
necessarily. And I will do another just straight up esoteric lore check, knowledge check. So
Straight up, bro.
and I rolled a 3,
Got it.
so probably doesn't matter. 16. Here's the thing, because I'm annoying as a thaumaturge. I'm gonna learn if that's a fail, I learn a piece of true knowledge and a piece of false knowledge. It kind of feels like you're playing like a spooky Nintendo game. You know?
Maybe.
Yep. Nope, that's what it is.
Right? Yeah. Like you're playing Luigi's Haunted Mansion or something with Ghost.
It's probably even older. It's probably you're playing Zombies Ate My Neighbor.
Sure.
And the character goes like this.
Yeah, it's definitely.
No,
8-bit.
this is like a main menu music, like before you start.
It could be, yeah. That's fair.
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
All right.
whoa, whoa.
All right. You got an 18.
16.
16?
Sure, no, it was an 18. 28 maybe even.
Okay. What do you want to know?
I've already learned a weakness. I don't necessarily. It's only one of him, and there's so many of us. I'm not too worried about like beating them in combat. So I guess I would want to learn, if possible, something more about like what they like culturally or like as a species, like some way that we could potentially divert him, distract him, get him away from us, like kind of going down the same rabbit hole that like Orpheus did, like trying to change his opinion of us. something along those lines if it exists, and if it doesn't, that would be valuable to know as well.
Okay.
Fae love it when you give them your name. All right. Also, we didn't mention it, but I assume we just kind of lost Justin in the crowd here, or we lost Elnat in the crowd.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I meant to mention it. Elnat, you guys were previously talking to the satyr Garfanolo. You guys stopped. You like kind of gave up on that and started walking away, and this other creature appeared. And right before all this stuff happens, Elnat sees someone that he recognizes. And he's like, "Hey, wait a minute!" And they like start leaving through the there's a big crowd of people, and they like kind of like turn and go down an alleyway. And he without hesitation just chases after them, and like Silverforge follows him.
Cool. Okay.
So like down and around the corner, like immediately out of sight.
We follow. I'm just kidding.
Okay. You're in combat. No. So back to the present.
Mm-hmm.
You asked. The thing is, Nuglubs enjoy. You probably already know this. They enjoy building traps, and they delight in constructing traps in a way, or pulling off pranks in a way that other people get blamed for what happens. Basically, it's like they like nothing more than causing trouble, and then no one being able to figure out it was them.
Okay. I realize that there's a lot of to be able to talk to this guy during like an actual combat, but just throwing it out there into the group in case anyone else's turn they want to try to mess with this. What if somehow we could get this guy to help us prank Garfanolo in a way that would be beneficial to us? Like we try to get this guy on our side to like, steal some shit from or knock over something, or some way get this guy on our side to help us with the whole Garfanolo situation. Just throwing it out there.
I love a good prank.
Just an idea.
Guten Pronk.
Guten
Also, potentially the name of the episode.
Guten Pronk. Yeah, write that
Depending on how
down.
this goes.
YouTube already knows. If you're watching this on YouTube, you already know what the title is. So, did we guess right?
Fat Ronk. Or whatever we said
Did we
earlier.
guess right? Subscribe for more.
Actually, the subscribe button would be, Brendan, you point into your bottom left. Over there. Yep. You can click the button in the bottom left. There you go. That's all. Thank you. Like and subscribe.
All right. That was one action.
Oh, that's true. All right. Second action. I kind of whispered like at least to Karun and Gorik that are close to me. Kai, I've read about these folks before, and I know that they enjoy pranks, that sort of thing, making traps, avoiding blame, all that sort of stuff. So if we're looking to avoid an incident, and he kind of looks around, he's like, we should try to use that to our advantage. Looks like Orpheus is already up there working on swaying his opinion of us. Maybe hold back on attacking right away, though, Karu. And with my third action, I guess I actually am... and tell me if I need to roll something for this. I'm going to pull out my Star Knife, which is my clan dagger, and just try to have it low-key. It's not very good, but it's small. I think I can probably pull it out of my side and just kind of have it in my hand, kind of off to the side, just so I have something ready in case this guy runs up on us and we need to do something. So one action, learn a little bit about him. I'll say second action is dispersing that information, and third action is pulling out the Star Knife.
All right. In that case, it will be Garfanolo's turn, and he will say, "Someone protect my store! This creature is chaotic." All right, and it'll be Karu's turn.
Wow,
Karu,
how
you already cast the
badass.
spell.
Yeah, I'm just
Already
gonna
cast the spell.
Yeah.
Okay. You're just ready.
Mhm.
And this creature's turn.
The what?
It's the creature's turn then.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So she is gonna kind of stop at Orpheus's
Oh, yeah.
sort of head shake. and then kind of pout. No one likes a good prank anymore.
Kill it now.
All right. Is there anybody that wants to stay in combat?
I don't think so. Just gonna keep an eye on.
Yeah.
Zivu.
My prank will unfold at her behest.
All right. So we'll switch it up, switch up the vibe a little bit.
It's a girl prankster.
I know.
She's kind of
It's the kitchen. I thought the same thing.
It's a girl prankster. All right. So she's kind of pouting now, and just kind of like staying over there. She kind of like, if the crowd is kind of around, like I think originally they were kind of like getting out of the way, because she's like brandishing bombs basically in a marketplace. But as soon as she stops doing that, she puts them away, puts the cork back in them or whatever, you know. Then everybody is kind of like, huh, kind of goes back to normal, and she's kind of like. She kind of hangs out amongst the throng of people that's there.
Okay. Does any? I mean, do you think that we should go speak with her, or not necessarily? Thank you, the known Dark Senate, for the follow.
Do we want this person as an ally? You said that maybe she could be helpful and maybe get what we want out of the satyr.
I agree, but I'm not so sure. I think I was more using that as a way to get her on our side, but if she's already given up, I'm not sure if it's worth it. I'd be happy to talk to the rest of us, though. If you guys all think we should speak with them and they might be of value, then certainly give it a shot.
I'm not sure what we could stand to gain from this person.
Hey, that's perfectly fine. We might be able to go speak with them and just see what's going on. They might have some extra information here. I believe we were supposed to talk to, what's the name of our red cap friend?
Interhoff?
Interhoff. I thought
Yeah.
Interhoff was going to help us out here more. I'm not quite sure where he ran off to. We might have to look for him a little bit more. I hope that wasn't him that got hip checked off the side, though. I believe I saw a red hat as it was falling, not a blue one, so I think that would probably okay, but boy, that would be
Yes.
ironic, wouldn't it? I go, Orpheus, Huang, do you think that we should go and speak with them, or just keep an eye here for a minute and then move on with where we were going next?
I think just keep an eye on him. I think to not invade is ideal.
Yeah, I like to watch. I'd like to
All right,
watch.
well, let's just stare at them here for a little bit then. Maybe we go get a drink up here at the this overhanging balcony that's perfectly safe and to code.
Yeah, you see, it's actually just like a plastic playset that's been put near the edge of the cliff there, and this creature's kind of giggling. You guys walk up there, oh! The whole thing just tips over.
And that's how we have a full party wipe.
Easy TPK.
That'd be fine.
It's only a few thousand feet. That's true.
We have the best materials.
I was gonna say, Karu just wakes up amongst everyone else's like mangled corpses in the darklands.
True.
The puppet lives.
Or I'm just unfazed the entire time I'm falling, and then I get hit by like a stalagmite down there. Just get
Pierced.
skewered. Yeah. Where
yeah.
were we going? I know that we had kind of given up on the satyr for the time being, more or less.
I think we were moving. I think we were going to go try to help Elnat out. Like we were going to go try to find a like an armory or something to see if we could learn a little bit about the people that worked there, and then just keeping like an ear to the ground for any like rare or unique items that we might be able to kind of barter with Garfanola for to get that name back. So I don't know if we quite had. Now that Elnat's gone, we might not be able to find well, at least, missing for an episode, we might not be able to find
We were
like an
gonna go
armory.
back to the trader, though, right? To tell him about what
Ooh,
we
yeah.
learned.
You're right. We're gonna do that too. Yeah, we're gonna go back to that original person and be like,
Yeah, nameless one.
"Sorry, bro. He's not giving it up. Don't know what to do. Help us out." So we can do that too. Do we want to leave this guy? That's fine with me. But it feels like meta gameplay wise, like we should maybe talk to them at the very least. But also the last time that I randomly went and talked to someone, it took an entire episode of goofy tomfoolery. So, which might not
That is
happen,
true.
but it is something to be careful about.
We've already spent so much time on summer, so we can't talk much more on tomfoolery.
We got an hour and a half to fill, guys. Talk as much as you want.
Well, I feel like if we start talking to this guy too much, we might end up talking about fall.
We can't even start with fall. Jesus Christ.
Oh, I thought you meant fall, like fall off the edge, like you made that guy fall. But
the-
no. We're talking autumn. I understand.
Yeah, double entendre. Those
Autumnal.
kind of... Yes, to the mouse boy, the nameless one.
He who shall not be named. Voldemort.
Okay.
Can't just say
Nobody
he
wants-
should not be named and then say the name.
Okay, so nobody wants to talk to this gremlin, this nuglub?
Let me do this real quick.
Oh. Going to disappear.
Oh, that was beautiful.
That was great though. That was a
I
great.
love Nub Nub.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Let me say something to Garfanola. So maybe we're kind of discussing this, and I walk back up to Garfanola. I'm like, "Hey, is that creature over there that you mentioned? Is that going to be a problem? Do you need any assistance dealing with that situation? It looks like they maybe have given up on that idea. We were about to head off, but I didn't want to leave your store to any sorts of potential harm."
Yes. All I have is my good reputation amongst these people. He says if my store were to be damaged in any way, I'd have to close up shop.
God,
Oh.
that feels
Name
like
would be worthless.
that feels like we're in a video game and we learned that, and now the mission marker on the top says work with Zeeves up to get the shop closed to break in later and steal the name or some shit like that. I
That's
I
ridiculous.
completely understand.
Put that down immediately. Stop
Hey.
giving them clues.
How about this? We'd be happy to guard your shop here for the rest of the day here, just in exchange for that name back that we were talking about earlier. What do you say?
Well, that's hardly a long-term business arrangement.
Sure, but setting
Right.
fire to your entire shop, now that would be a long-term damage now, wouldn't it?
Well, it would simply be a sign that I need to move on. But if you were to perhaps sweeten the deal by returning the item that I traded, maybe we could make an arrangement.
Aye, what would that item be? I just want to make sure that we're getting it right. Would it be the flute?
Thing. Yeah. Well, if-
Aye, so for the flute and us guarding your shop for the rest of the day, you would return the name to the unnamed individual.
Yes.
Aye, well, we took a
Do you have a deal?
we had a lot of time yesterday to talk about this. Not yesterday, it was just a couple of minutes ago, but a couple of weeks ago in my alternate universe that I live in sometimes in my head. I'm a schizophrenic, don't worry about it. Wish we
I'm
would have thought of that.
I'm actually not interested anymore. Just leave.
Fuck! Can I roll... And maybe anyone else that's listening could roll something
Yeah, I'd love to
too.
roll society on that.
Yeah,
with
I
that.
feel like I'm
Mhm.
falling into a don't make a deal with Faye type of trap here,
Right.
or we all are potentially.
He literally
So
said deal.
yeah, so it feels sketchy, and I don't know what I should roll for that. Like, is Austin not catching something that Walkroon would catch? Maybe I roll diplomacy to see how kind he is with me, and then someone else can roll to see how truthful he's being with me or something, if that makes sense to you.
Me in everyday life. You roll so if you be kind to me or not.
Yeah, exactly. Or not. If you have a different idea, Brendan, let me know. I'm trying to rationalize.
You guys are extremely suspicious all the time. No,
They're Fae. We were told to be
Yes.
extremely suspicious before we
Yeah.
came in. They're like, don't trust anyone.
Yes, we are.
So sense motive, if that's what you want to do, is a perception check.
Okay.
It's a secret perception check. So I can
Okay.
roll that if you want. But if you want to lay out terms of your agreement with him, I would say you can make a diplomacy check to do so.
Okay, let me do that, and then someone else sense motive when we hear back from him, or anyone that is around the shop. I assume we're all here. So go, all right. Let's just lay this out.
Know about terms though.
Yeah.
Like, I
Okay,
feel like
let
we are
me.
kind of blind.
Garfanola, just
give
give me 2 minutes here just to speak with my friends, just to make sure that everything that I don't want to sign everyone up for something that we're not all privy to. So give me 1 second. I just used the word privy for the first time. I think it was interesting.
Why did you need to go to the bathroom?
Hey, no, that's the pisser.
Oh,
That'd be the cliff.
Yeah, that's the cliff.
you're such a tosser.
Okay, so high level, guard the shop for the rest of the day, give him back the flute. Right? Does that make sense to everyone?
Yes.
And that sounds okay to everyone.
Because the trader already said that he didn't want the flute. Right?
I thought he said that at one point, but maybe not. Maybe the flute wasn't enough.
He done gave it to us, and we were strangers at the time.
Oh,
talking
the
about
original
the
trader.
unknown trader.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the unknown named guy. Yeah.
The nameless one.
Yeah, he gave us that to do with
Voldemort.
whatever we want. I think that was the idea, is that we were going to use it as a thing to
But it
trade
wasn't
with,
worth
I
it.
think.
He'd rather have his name back than
Yeah,
this stupid
yeah.
flute.
So we probably just needed to define what guard the shop means. We just act like low-level security for the rest of the day. A couple people outside the store, a couple people inside the store, break up fights, stop people from throwing fire at it, that sort of thing. Like, is that not high level? Is that mid-level? What makes sense? I'm not gonna sit here and actually write a contract for this type of shit, but like, does that
I would like to see the legal paperwork.
make sense to everyone?
Yeah.
Yes. And there's no way in which he would profit from destroying his own shop after making this deal. So that's the first thing I would think about. Me personally.
If
not
he
Kaveh.
tries to trash
Oh
his
my
own
God,
shop,
it's insurance fraud.
then we
Exactly.
will attack him. We will defend the shop from him.
From him. Yeah.
Yeah. So we will make sure to clarify that we are protecting the shop and not him. That's the key here, I think. And at the end of the day, we give a specific time, midnight tonight, whatever. Do we know, and this might be, I feel like I'm asking too many questions. Brendan loves this when we just don't do
Asking a
things
lot
and
of
just talk about things.
I like, yeah. The longer it can take to think about this, the better it gets.
How do we get a name back? How does that work? What's the magic behind that? Is it a piece of paper? Like, do we know? Like, how do they steal people's names? Like, what's the
I'd
logic
like
of
to
that?
imagine it's like the Little Mermaid when Ariel is getting her voice back from
voice.
Ursula.
Yeah.
I think we just have to kill him.
Kill them. I'd love to kill them.
Kill them.
So-
Garfanola must die.
That
Did
could
she
be.
get pierced by a mast? Is that how she was done in? I remember she was pierced by something.
What we have to do is we have to get a singing lobster,
Pierced?
and we
You're
pinch him to
Shot
death.
through the heart, and you're to blame.
Oh, stalactites. Perfect. Okay, we're good.
Is there something I can roll to
There-
learn about that, Brendan? Was that common enough
There are
knowledge?
stalactites all over the place.
Exactly. Okay, we're
I
good.
think that it's probably just a kind of low level, like assumed kind of magic that he has. Like, if he's the one who created the deal, then he's the one who has the power to release it.
Okay, so it's just
So
a
if
magic
he
thing.
says that the guy could get his name back, then he'll have his name back.
Okay.
It's just the biggest thing is you're not sure. You know, you don't think that like killing this guy would do it. You don't think that like
Dead man spell.
making
yeah.
another deal might do it. It's like he's got to undo the original conversation. So
All right. Okay.
you need him.
All right.
He's
so,
the only one who's going to know how to fix it.
So let me propose the deal. Roll a diplomacy check to see how well I do in making that deal. I guess like maybe Austin's words aren't the same as Walkroon's words, and then people are going to roll sense motive to see how truthful it sounds when he gives his a-okay, nay, whatever. Yeah? Does that seem good to everyone? don't want to take over. But I
No,
think
that
I have
seems
the
good.
best diplomacy.
No, that's
check.
fine. Just
there's
take over.
I'm sure there's something we're not thinking about.
Yeah, you know, there's no one here to keep you in line anymore.
Cool. All right. In that case, fuck you guys. All right. All right, Garfanola. Yeah, I think that we probably can work out a deal here. I'm thinking that the group of us, we will protect the shop to the best of our abilities until the midnight hour tonight, and we will also return to you the flute that we mentioned earlier. And in return, you must release the name from this trader.
Release? You use the word release the name. Oh my god, Austin.
Yeah, Austin's words versus Walker's words. If I roll a natural one, maybe everything goes south.
Go ahead,
roll.
go ahead,
Or do you want to roll as a secret check diplomacy, Brendan? Maybe we don't know how well the roll does.
Okay,
That could be
well, let me
fun.
see what
I don't think that there's probably a make a deal chat, you know?
Deal or no deal?
You're kind of making a request. and
Request.
It's not a secret check.
That's not a
normally,
secret
so-
check. Okay. All right, here we go. I'm gonna use new metal die from Planet Comic Con with the sparkly purple in it. Go State, and I've got it on the 20, so should be good there. It's gonna
That
be.
should have been any state.
What's
I
that?
just want to know which school's that? What year you graduate?
2015. All right.
Uh-oh.
Ooh, rolled really fucking well. That is going to be a 31 diplomacy.
So, I think you're going to lay it all out for him. He's going to say, "You're a shrewd businessman? What is the name of your group?"
Why? Well, we call ourselves Critch and Cantrips.
That's ridiculous. What is the real name of your group?
Is that the first time we announce our group name?
That's the only real official one that we've come to.
Hey, that's all
really.
we've come up with now. What do you mean? You don't like it?
We need some Avengers like little clip sound.
It just
Maybe
seems like that's already taken probably somewhere.
It was, but we just took it over, regardless.
We put it in neon. That kind of made it official.
Hey, yeah, look.
That's right. Okay. Well, crits and cantrips. Sure. He says, my request is simple. I just wish that you would stand watch over this humble little shop. You needn't ask any questions or perform any other duties. Just remain until the end of the day. And your payment will be as you've arranged.
I would like you to say it, though. You will give back the name, correct?
Fine. Yes, I will give the merchant his name back.
All right, the
And his
specific...
reputation.
I think
And
the
his
name comes to...
reputation. Sure.
It was his good
Sure.
reputation that was on
And
the line.
30 gold for each of
Well,
us.
I cannot guarantee the quality of the reputation. It's sort of it depends on how well you guard the shop.
As we're going in to shake hands to solidify the deal, I say, they have 55 gold for each of us. And then he can't. That's already done. Right?
Damn it! I can't control the bargain that's already been struck.
Okay, so with what he said, anyone who wants to roll sense motive, right? To see if he feels like he's being genuine? I feel like
I'll do it. And Gorik this entire time is just thinking to himself, didn't we say before we entered into this city that we were not to make deals with anyone?
That's
And
true.
Wokrun is over here.
I think we have to.
making a
That was our
deal.
side quest, was to make a deal and get this name back.
Okay, so an insight check. What's actually
The,
is it
perception.
deception?
It's perception.
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 Yeah.
Okay.
Perceive. Did he twitch his eye?
I got a 32.
Ooh, even better than
pretty
the
good.
31. Nice.
I think you'll notice that when Walkern presented it, he said, "We'll guard your shop," and when this guy was talking about it, he said, "You'll stand watch." And it's weird that that's like really the only thing that he edited.
Mm-hmm.
Stand watch feels like less work. Oh. I
Yeah.
see. Yeah, he could do damage to the shop now.
Well, anyone could do
And
damage
it's
to the
gonna
shop.
ruin his reputation because he's not gonna give it back good. Because that was the stipulation that I made because he took his good reputation initially, and so that's what we want to get
Why
back.
would
Is his good
he
reputation.
want to fuck up this guy's?
He's a Fae and he doesn't give a fuck. He just wants to live life.
Because he's a petty
Gloriously.
bitch, Austin.
Okay.
God damn, man.
Petty
Okay.
God.
Okay.
All the power in the world.
I don't know. Okay. Do we call him out on this? I don't know how we deal with the situation
Yeah.
now that like that's been caught.
You gotta stand your ground.
All right, so I guess Angoric, how do you present that information? Like that you caught that.
I would say, hold on a second. And I need to talk to my associate here and pull Wokron aside before he shakes this
Do you grab him by, like,
Garfanolo's
his-
hand.
Like the waist of his
I
pants.
like grab him by the back of his pants like he's a little
Ah,
toddler
Lord!
Exactly,
trying to do something.
yeah.
Yeah.
Starting to
By his
heart.
little elastic waistband. And
Hi,
I'm
Angoric,
like,
I told you not to do that in public. Cheeky bastard.
You give him like an accidental wedgie. Like,
I need to talk to you.
Hey, what is
Cora.
it? Did you see something? What is it, girl?
He changed the words. He said, stand watch rather than guard the shop.
Aye. Aye, so he did, didn't he? You don't think that he means to do damage to the shop himself or allow damage to happen? I guess stand by would imply that we aren't allowed to protect it.
Mm-hmm.
Aye, do we double cross him?
Would be off.
And maybe only a few of us are committed to standing watch, and the rest of us maybe go off and secretly are standing guard so they can interfere. Or should we just ask him to reword it?
I
like
think
we
it's
caught
too
him.
late for that. You gave them our name, our adventuring band's name. That implies
Aye, no,
we
that's
are
never. That's
all-
been the wrong name. We've never called ourselves that. That was horseshit.
What is our name then? I think we were serious about the name.
No. We
Heroes
are.
of horseshit.
We are.
That's it.
heroes and horseshit.
We call ourselves Beneath the Five Kings. It doesn't really sound very good for like a group name, but that's how I kind of thought of us because we're beneath the Five Kings Mountain, so it's more a good name for a story. Maybe that's the name of the story here, but I figure you might
The
as
name
well.
of the story of our adventure. can be
Right,
it,
exactly. And sometimes it works for both.
Are we the
Understood.
Five Kings and then Wong?
Maybe we could get a sponsorship and be.
Hi, a
sponsored by
sponsorship like Norse
Paizo.
Foundry or Foundry
Yeah.
VTT.
5
Or
kings and a
map
primary
tools.
healer.
Five Kings and a primary healer. That's too long for a title, but I
Aye,
love it for this episode.
Semantics. Either way, we're not crits and cantrips, fool. So I don't think that's a worry. So now, do we come back with a more sneaky deal that we think we can get around him with, or do we call him out for this a turn of phrase and see if we can't
You think
remake the
you're-
deal?
Clever enough to trick a fae.
No, but I mean, all of us together might be.
I think our best bet is probably Karu or Orpheus on tricking the fae.
Hey, Karu, can you get
They're
inside of his
clever.
head and hurt him if he tries to trick us or something?
I've known many satyrs in my time, and none of them are weak. Not a one.
All right. Well, maybe like that thing you do where, like, if they do a strike or a stride movement, that you can cause pain. Maybe lying to us is some sort of a strike or something along those lines. And like we could say that if he lies to us, he. Oh, but you're saying that he would pass the will save. Okay, I think I understand. I don't know. Orpheus, what do you think? Should we try to come up with a new contract, or should we call him out for the existing one? Do we trick him, or do we call out his horseshit?
Yoo-hoo. Are we gonna do this thing?
But Garfanola, one moment. You know it takes a long time to make a deal. Jesus Christ. You have waiting customers in line.
I feel like we have to.
Do we trick the
You
trickster?
know,
Or do we fucking kill him?
Yeah, I think that's gonna. You know, when you like make a wish with a genie, and if you don't word it just right, you get
Yeah.
screwed. I feel
Monkey's
like we
paw.
need. I don't feel like.
Exactly.
I feel like we just need to call him out because I think that's gonna be more successful than.
Okay.
Trying to
Yeah,
out.
because I did really well on the diplomacy check, and he still call us out on our bullshit. So, all right.
That's my thoughts, and you asked for them.
Yeah,
so.
I like it. No. I think that's the move. Hey, Orpheus, Huang, and Gorek, what do you think? Do we call him out for it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I already
Alright.
answered you.
Oh,
Nasty.
yeah, I meant Karu. Damn it, I'm looking at everyone's so yeah.
You have
Good call.
no, this is
Morbius,
this is
have you been
Brendan
talking
with-
this whole time?
Did you say something?
I'm just picturing Karu's dead monkey face and like has nobody asked him for his opinion.
Let's pull that up again for this. It really is. If you just don't forget, you can shift hover on images because it's just really good.
It's
I
never pleasant talking to me because I always just talk to you back into your head. So you never
Yeah.
actually see me talk to you. You just hear me.
We're not
Very
entirely
unpleasant.
sure if it's even you ever. Like it could just be like a something else. We just keep carrying this poppet around.
What? I'm not like a conduit for some kind of god or something.
Yeah. All right,
That would be
Garf-
crazy.
Garfanola.
Cool, man. Be cool.
We've thought about what you said, and it seems that you may have changed the wording that I initially proposed earlier. I mentioned that we would be happy to guard your shop, but you specifically said stand by. We wouldn't have to do anything. We believe that that leaves open some interpretation that could be that we're not allowed to help, and that's all we want to do. We want to help guard your shop from any harm that would come to it. So if you can agree to those specific terms and that specific wording, then you could potentially have a deal here. But we don't want to just stand by and stand watch. We want to help protect and guard it. What do you say?
It's a matter of semantics, then.
Sure.
If you'd rather keep an eye on it, be my guest.
No, not keep an eye on it. We want to guard it. We want to be able to act in its defense. If you could use those words, we are allowed to
All
act
right.
in its defense.
Yes. So you want to guard the shop, is what you're saying.
Which involves
Through the end of the day.
till midnight tonight.
Till midnight. To the cock crows, if you will.
Sure. You all have cocks around
No,
here.
not if you will. No, let's not use euphemisms.
All right,
So
all
I
right,
have
all right.
seen no
You'll-
chickens.
You'll kill
in
all the
this area.
chickens and none shall crow.
All right. All right. So you want to guard the shop until midnight
The end of the day.
tonight.
The official end of the day.
Official end of the day.
Till the dark
Keep changing
noon.
the words on what I said. Yeah, I said the end of the day. You
Right,
said
I'm just
midnight.
trying to make
Now,
sure that we're clear on all the
switch.
synonyms here. It's the
Alright,
the intent of the law, not necessarily the word of the law.
You and your entire group are going to guard the shop.
With the ability to
Till the end
act
of the day.
in its defense.
Sure, you can act in the shop's defense.
Perfect, you said it.
Until the end of the day, you are going to return my property to me, and I'm going to return the name to the fellow that you met outside town.
His
And
name
His name is
specifically.
standing. His name, his standing, his reputation, as it stands right now.
So he's like looking at me, and I turn around to everyone else, and I'm just like questioning, like, yeah, was that?
I would like to do another perception check, and would love for others to join me on
Yeah.
that.
Let's get some cheeky sense motives in there. All right, Garfanola, you have
I
time
rolled
slows
a
down.
24.
Sense motive
24.
24.
Yeah.
Any other sense motives? Perception checks.
Anyone
Natural
else?
20, 32.
Natural 20. Perfect,
Oh.
Tino.
Hold on.
It's
Wait,
Ah.
one more.
Oh,
heard that.
you don't want mine. I think that was only a 15. Let me double check. Hold on.
What if
I
he
don't think
thinks
anyone's
he's...
going to beat a 32. I
No.
would say the only thing that is maybe ambiguous about this still is what you're going to guard it against.
Okay, I think that's okay as long as we said act in its defense. I think we're willing to
And
guard it against
I don't-
anything.
Okay, he can't attack it. That's one thing, because he's too powerful. Right? Did we put that in the stipulation?
No, we didn't. No. But I think
it's
that we're just
important
willing to
he
fight
can't
him.
sabotage us. I don't want to, man.
I know I don't want to, but I don't think we can keep doing like this. We can't keep doing this game. I think
we've
it's
done pretty
lo-
good so far.
Yeah, I know, I agree, but I thought
Come
at
on
some
now.
point
You'll stay here, you'll guard the shop, you'll watch it.
and act in its defense
You
from
will-
any
you
harm.
will act in its defense. None of you will fall asleep or leave.
Okay, he's got sleep magic. We gotta watch out for that.
Sucks.
None of you will fall asleep, you'll leave. You'll it's just that you'll make sure the merchandise stays in good condition.
Oh, you
and
added
as
that.
long as It's part. You said you were gonna guard
Yeah,
the
yeah.
stuff of the shop.
Sure,
I
sure,
don't
sure,
know
sure,
what you
sure.
want to say.
I'm just fucking with you,
Yeah.
Garfanola. Can I get you a beer?
Alright, yeah.
I get you a
let's,
beer.
let's,
That's a good one.
let's drink long into the night. I'm too rich for your blood.
I have a magical chalice, so fuck you.
Yeah, but just drink beer.
It's better than beer. It literally heals you.
Yes, but does it taste like beer?
Does anyone feel sick to their stomach? I felt a little bit of
I don't.
radiation poisoning there.
I always kind of feel a little bit sick, especially after I eat.
Deal?
Okay. Sure, whatever.
No, I was...
He says, I'll tell you the truth.
All right.
I'm
Well, I've
tired.
been being truthful with you the whole time.
I've been the owner of this shop for like a few days now, and I'm just tired of having to wash it constantly.
Lazy satyrs.
Especially when we have nuglubs like that threatening to set it on fire every day.
Sure. We have happy hands to help. Glad hands, or whatever the fuck it was.
All right. Glad. It's weird. All right. Happy hands. All right.
Hand.
Okay. Glad
Pardon?
hand. Yeah, that's what it was.
Am I making the deal?
Glad hand. Sure. Let's do it.
Karu?
I make that deal. I don't blame you.
Damn good deal. Fuck it. Makes the deal.
Look at Randy Orton slithering.
Whoa, whoa,
Watch
whoa,
out,
whoa,
watch
whoa.
out, watch out, watch out.
RKO.
Alright.
Let's see. Also, I want to point out earlier, and I don't know if he's still here. He might just be jumping around. But the known Dark Senate described me as that partially bald guy
In a gray shirt.
in a gray shirt.
I like that
Oh,
he
it's
acts
my
like it's
shirt.
really confusing when there's like two people on the screen. Like there's like a lot of screens to be like describing. There's two
Yeah,
men.
well, the thing is, I'm the one that says it says crits and cantrips behind me.
I was like,
responding
Lady Tower of the Pisa just missing it type moment because you pointed
I
up
love
and we're
that.
just not on it. It's like when you lean against it and you're just wrong. Nope, other way.
Oh,
Oh, yep,
oh,
close
Oh.
enough.
Oh,
ah!
Oh, now flex.
Spear fingers.
All right. Anyways, I have crits and cantrips behind me, and Austin's responding on our channel.
Ah, it's crits
So
and
he sounds
cantrips.
like he's crits and cantrips. So the guy's just like, no, I didn't mean you. I meant the other guy.
I just laughed.
And I'm typing in on the spirit board, so it's confusing. It's fine.
He just needed so many adjectives apparently for the fact there's only two screens.
No, it
to
was
even
funny.
Be like, yeah.
We love you, the known Dark Senate. That was hilarious. I've had this hairline since
What
I was
color
born.
is my
It's
shirt?
terrible.
If your shirt's
Blue.
gray, what color is my shirt?
Mine's definitely gray. Yours is blue.
Listen, I would
Is this
consider
like a
gray
chair
shirt.
conversation again?
Well, I mean, through your
Chair's-
camera, it
chair's
looks blue.
green. The chair's green.
It does look kind of blue right now, but it's definitely a gray shirt. But anyways,
Mine is definitely gray.
all right.
Also, speaking of doxing, it's 816913.
Oh, that's funny.
yeah, that just makes you look like you're a white supremacist, Austin.
I
Okay.
don't know if that's true. It's it's the shirt from my cousin's tattoo parlor.
Thank you.
That
got the
doesn't
last
make it
one.
Any better.
Keep giving us information. Yep.
There's not any left, or you can't find it.
All
so.
right. Okay. Yeah. So.
I'll look
so
up tattoo
feel
parlor.
like- we've sort of ironed out the bits on this deal. And as soon as you shake hands and this, as soon as you guys agree, he just starts packing his things. He just starts like putting stuff into pouches, and he gets the gremlins that are there to help.
Hey,
him
I got a
and stuff.
Fanola. Are you leaving?
Well, yes, I'm not gonna get anything else out of the shop if.
Aye, but
needs
you're
come
still
back.
going to give back the name here when it's midnight, correct?
Sure, I don't need it anymore.
All right, and you can do that from any sort of distance. I maybe should have asked you that beforehand. It's a magic
Yeah,
thing, correct?
probably. Yeah.
Right. Well, have a good rest of your life.
He's
I
just
guess.
packing up his things. And he's like, "Oh, you probably want to talk to that nuglub before she blows up the shop or something." And then he just kind of like
Nuglub.
leaves.
All right, I have a better idea. I pull out my rifle. Just
Let's go
start
back to the combat.
fire it into the crowd. No.
That's right.
No, I think, how do we want to establish guarding this shop? Or do we want to just go talk? I think we just I don't want to leave and go across and just go get into a combat with this person, right? I think we just want to guard the shop, right?
I'm
Guess I don't-
picturing Bao stepping forward, like to act like security.
The
Yeah, so-
balancer?
Do we have is like this map supposed to be indicative of the shop? Is the shop like back in here? Is kind of how I pictured it. If he was standing here, I pictured it was like kind of off
Sure.
to the side here.
Yeah.
So I mean, if Walkroon's we're gonna guard it. I think Walkroon would just find a spot to stand or sit, kind of near the front, like almost like a bouncer would, and just be downtime activity, perception checking constantly, looking for anyone that looks like they want to do harm. I've got my spear out, maybe try to look as intimidating as possible with a +4 intimidation, and just try to keep guard. I mean, if he's unpacking everything, should we close the shop? Is there like a sign that we can flip on the front of the door that says closed? How does that work? Is there one door in?
It's kind of in the market area, so like
It's like a tent, or is it like
Yeah.
a closed
yeah,
four
it's like
walls?
I really think it's just like a series of like tents with like stuff underneath them and like tables and things like that. So there's not much
Okay.
to
So like
like close put away.
okay, but does it seem like they're like? Is there a entrance that we could stand at, like I almost like a fireworks stand is
No,
kind of
I
what I'm
think it
picturing
is,
now.
yeah. I think that what you see on the map is accurate, but
Okay.
yeah.
It's like a fireworks stand is kind of how I'm picturing now, like everything under a tent. So like people could come in from other ways, but they mostly come in from the one way.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, unless anyone else thinks that we should be doing something else, just gonna hang out, guard here. I've got rations on me. I've got my chalice. I've got food, water, whatever. Just stand guard.
Orpheus,
Yeah.
I understand, and I saw you made a bit of a rapport with that yubnub there. Ziva, if I understand it right. Would you mind talking to them and making sure that they aren't thinking of perhaps interfering with our plans?
It's not that I'm not willing. I'm trying to think of the best way to broach this, because sometimes with certain individuals, when you ask them questions like that,
Oh, you think you might put it in their head too?
Yes, exactly.
I
Exactly.
understand. I understand. I could put other things in their head if you would rather, but I just didn't want to
Pain.
start with that. I figured since you guys might be in a friendly way, that you might have more sway over them.
Ugh. I'm just trying to think of how is best to handle this.
You should try screaming at them.
It is a different culture down here. It could be completely different than what you think would be right.
Can we take 20 to observe how other people speak with each other? Is this person still just kind of? I mean, we've been talking here for a little while.
Actually, an anthropologist, so
Exactly.
Well,
Like we've been standing here for a while now. Are they still just standing in that same spot crying?
No, I think it's probably
Yeah.
wandered around, maybe played a few more pranks on people.
Like
You
push
see
people
like,
off the edge pranks, or
down,
like
down
tripped
below.
people?
No, like sticking stuff into their pockets and things like that, or like like cutting purses and like taking everything out of them.
Okay.
This
Okay.
is like their spot.
Constant mayhem. Yeah, I think so.
Mayhem.
I think that's the biggest thing. I
Are
think,
you in
I
good
think, like
hands?
what Karu said. Actually, it's probably even worth a bottle cap. What Karu said.
Oh
He's
my
like,
god!
This is the street. This is the
wow.
This is where Zivu hangs out. Right.
Cool, alright. Yeah, it makes sense.
It's cool. Nice. Write that down.
I'll
Write
take
that
it.
down.
I think I've got a plan.
It's probably 3 now. You're probably maxed out.
You might have already had 3, honestly.
Two from
Actually,
the
I think everybody. I think I did tell everybody that filled out
2
their
from the
backstories,
story.
they
Yeah,
had
2 for
3
the
of them.
backstory. 1. Now you have 3 actual like permanent ones, not like a 1 per
You have
session.
100 of them. In near infinite number. You can just take.
As it
natural 20
approaches
on everything.
infinite.
Relative to 0? Hell yeah.
All right, Orpheus, what are we thinking?
Okay. I think Orpheus would walk over to the little prankster
pretty good sized, right? Or are they short?
Small.
Oh, they're small. Okay.
It's a small creature.
I pictured them big. Cool. Okay.
And okay,
It's like-
can I ask? This is a DM question. The place with like the bridge that we had to walk down, like and pass all the red caps. Like, what would that place be called?
The entrance.
Like, does it have
The entrance to the
does it
city?
have a name that like everybody would know, like where I was talking about if I said it?
Yeah, I mean, I would say.
What's it called
yeah,
on the map?
The bridge that leads into the city. I don't know if it has a.
I
different
was just
name.
I can say that.
The
That's
front
fine.
Gate. The front gate. I mean, whatever. Yeah, you want to call it. So you walk over again. Like this creature is, they're the largest gremlins that exist, at a whopping 3 feet tall, and they're kind of they're very like hunchbacked. Like this creature is completely like bent over and almost in like a like a kind of horseshoe shape. But they have 3 glowing blue eyes and then black oily hair that goes all over their body and kind of covers them up like a cloak. So every once in a while you just see these little clawed hands like darting in and out of this hair and like doing things. And so you approach this creature and she says, "Yes, my pretty."
Basically, you've just described a guinea hen. But anyways, is all I could think about as you were giving your description. I think I'd be like, seems you really enjoy a good prank.
I do.
I can think of a group of individuals that would really benefit from some good pranks.
And who would that be, my pretty?
I think if you went to the city gate, I think all those red caps, they're kind of uptight. I think they could use a bit of fun, if you know what I mean.
Has Queen Fidajama raised her ban on pranking her royal guard?
I don't know the answer to that question, but let me ask you this. What's the point
Let me
of a
ask you
prank
this.
if it doesn't bend the rules a little bit?
Ooh.
A fellow
Wow, good
prankster.
Dwarfmeister.
Well, I suppose I could move shop. This crowd has gotten a little bit old, but I would need a new prank to play on them. It's not as much fun tossing red caps into the cliff if they've got bloodseekers to catch them.
I think it's a lot more fun to hide their red caps. They do tend to really dislike that, as they are very attached to them.
Yes.
Very true.
If you
Alright,
if you just throw their cap over the edge, you get to see their suffering there on their face as they squirm and try and reach at it. But if you just push them off, boom, they're done. They're gone. You can't see them no more. Much more
Okay.
satisfying to throw the cap.
That's fair. Yeah, I like that. Okay.
That's good.
Do you want to, Orpheus, do you want to make a diplomacy check as part of this?
Do I want to? I don't know. Will I? Sure.
You've got a bottle cap.
Yeah, I would say give yourself a +4 bonus.
Okay, hold on. I haven't even looked at what I have yet. Diplomacy. Oh, wow. Okay.
Was that a good oh wow or?
Yes.
It sounded like an
Good.
oh wow if I just rolled great.
I got 34.
Dang,
Oh,
nice.
wow.
Okay. So I think she'll kind of beckon you to come down to her level. You know, she's 3 feet tall. She'll kind of like, come here.
I think
This is-
I would reach into wherever I keep. I'm gonna bend over. I'm gonna crouch down like she asked, but I'm also going to like get my hand near where my clan dagger is, just in case she tries to pull one on me.
All right. She's going to whisper into Orpheus's ear.
Hey, little girl.
Hey, little mama, let me whisper in your ear.
Yeah, god damn it, you beat me to it.
Let me back, you little Scooby snack.
Oh, I hate it.
Okay.
I hate that one.
She says,
Hey, Brittany can't even think. We distracted her so much.
No, I'm trying to decide what I want her to say.
Boom, what you say?
She says,
Uh-huh.
"You're the ones who've been asking about the cult, yes?"
Yes.
You will lead us to the Black Gate.
Shh.
She says, "You know, most people around here are afraid to speak out about it because less than a decade ago, the cult tried to overthrow the queen."
Oh.
Write that down.
She says, "The coup failed violently. There are very few around that survived, but some do believe that it's proof that Queen Philajama is not strong enough to lead the city."
The city has seen her bleed.
And that was reaffirmed when the Great Worm was able to take out one of our stalactites. And you see, like, she points at, like, the piece that's, like, broken off, like, right in the middle of the city.
Shai-Hulud.
She's like, there are
Shai-Hulud!
Yes, there are whispers that joining the cult might give you great strength, might give you access to powerful magics, and might one day put you on that ivory throne.
You're right. I am the what's it? I always say this wrong. Quizet.
She says, "I heard you and your friends talking about it as I was, well, picking some pockets, and I wanted you to know, shh, mum's the word."
I'm very appreciative.
But
and I will keep my lips zipped.
if you get one of the medallions of one of the Queen's Guard, you could go talk to her about it, but I doubt she'd appreciate bringing up such a sore subject.
I tell you what.
I'll tell you what right now, okay?
About we make a mutually beneficial deal. You're going to go and prank some of the Queen's Guard. If you are able to pickpocket one of their medallions, or did we already have one?
We have one. We have one already.
Never mind then. That's why I just, as I said that, I remembered. Never mind.
Yeah,
we do.
Pretend
Okay.
I never said that because I forgot a
Oh,
piece
let's
of
get two.
our own lore.
We can ask 2 questions with 2 of them.
Well, I guess then.
I'm kidding. I don't know. That's just Austin being Austin.
She says, "Just be careful. I'd hate to see a fellow prankster go down. The Queen is uptight, in my opinion." But I think she's gonna scuttle off into the distance.
Awesome.
She goes,
While crew just yells, "Orpheus, did you get to leave?"
And his accent goes away.
Yeah, his accent goes away. Hey, is the thing gone yet?
Is anyone gonna go tell the merchant about about getting his name back?
No, because we're gonna stay here.
We need to wait. Yeah, we're waiting. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my god! Unless he goes and fucking kills the merchant.
See what he's trying?
Oh my god! Oh no!
I didn't mean to put that energy out there, but like, bow, go protect.
Listen, we can't do everything. We can't, we can't play God.
Yeah.
I can't play God.
But Brendan
We
can.
need to deal with God.
Yeah. God
Can I
gets to
roll
play
a
God,
sense
that's it.
motive on Brendan? Can I roll a sense motive on
No.
the one above all?
Just did.
That's a slippery
What did you
slope.
find
man.
out?
I don't know. I need
that god to tell me. Oh no, he's doing the thing. You share all that information with Orpheus, or do you
Oh,
keep
heck
that
yeah,
low key?
brother.
Okay, cool. Well, that's good information to have. I think once we're done guarding here and making sure that the merchant got his name back, maybe we go and rest, and then use that medallion and go speak with this queen to see if we can't learn anything else. But we must be on our best behavior. It sounds like she's not to be trifled with. Although her power is getting weak, maybe we dress up as a cave worm and see if we can't scare her. We can stand on each other's shoulders.
All the
I'm
city
not gonna
guards
put
that are
that
walking,
in the
standing
notes.
there, just look at you.
I'm just kidding.
No, okay. So you guys are planning on just staying put, all of you, and watching the shop, guarding the shop, really.
Guarding it, yeah.
Until nighttime.
Until our clocks tick over to the next day. I don't know. We have a cantrip that says tell time. I don't know how.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah,
accurate time.
It's not so exact back then, and it's probably a lot less. Even
I have some
less
oil
exact.
I could burn.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's probably mostly done by like torches and candles and things like that. You know, like measuring how long it's been since you've changed things.
Do we
over.
feel any sort of magic on us with this deal? Like as a fey deal anymore? Like, okay, so it's not like if we left and just let it hang out, like if nothing happened, like if the guy's already left, does he have any need for the shop anymore? Like, does he, like, do we have to guard it? Like, I don't know. You know, that's the question.
Mm-hmm.
He's already left. He might.
Said you're gonna guard it.
Yeah, no, we should. But it is just interesting.
So I did him a solid.
Oh.
Oh, no.
I unfortunately understood that reference.
Oh no! Oh my god. Okay. All right. So anybody else have anything they want to do? Or are you guys just gonna stay here, guard the shop?
I'm gonna
You
guard.
can stay here, guard the shop.
Stay here. I think every hour I cycle between my stickleberry stickler and my double barrel musket, just to keep something new in my hands. You know.
Keep something new in my hand.
Did him a solid.
Another solid. Every hour or so.
One solid, two solid, red solid, blue solid. Okay.
Oh.
Red Rover said bend over on over. That's what Nicholas said last in the chat.
That's what Nicholas said.
Yeah, they're saying a lot of things.
Yeah. So time passes. Walkroon is rapidly switching weapons.
Nope, not
Can't
rapid.
tell how long an hour is.
Okay. Sure.
Has it been an hour yet? Has it been
Dude,
an hour yet?
weapons so hard and so fast.
Touche.
Exactly.
He's really pretty impressive, actually.
You guys can see the main gate, the main bridge. There's explosions happening in the background.
Jesus Christ. Give me back my hat.
Wow.
You hear the scream. It was a prank.
Oh no.
So time passes. Feels like it's getting pretty late, and Elnat has not come back.
Oh yeah.
You haven't heard from Elnat. You haven't seen Elnat.
Hey, I imagine that we'll meet him back at the inn tonight. He probably won't want to pay for another room. If
I'm
he's not
picturing
there,
Wong fastening a passenger pigeon with a note, just sending it into the air.
go to Elnat.
And then a bat comes by.
Yeah.
The bat that you
Giant
fed
bat.
earlier. I think there's another.
Exactly.
Hey, no, if we don't see him by tomorrow morning back in the inn, he doesn't come back tonight, then maybe we start looking for him. But he's a grown dwarf. He can take care of himself, I imagine. He's just out there looking for people that know his father. He'll be happy to hear that we were able to make the deal that we did. I think.
All right. So, like I said, time's continuing to pass. I think after a certain time of night, I think most of the crowd kind of disperses. You know, there's plenty of nocturnal creatures with the Fae, but they're not like down in the market doing anything super reputable. Maybe you see some kind of questionable handoffs, some fairy powders, and some.
Does it ever get darker? Like that's
I don't
all
think so. I think-
underground, right? Like it doesn't.
Yeah, we're underground.
I think if anything, it's kind of a shorter cycle. Like maybe the torches last like 6 hours, so
It's like a
initially
vibe
they're
shift.
like really bright, and then they slowly getting darker, and then they get replaced after a certain point. You know, if there's somebody tending to them.
Okay.
But yeah, it's like, you know, time continues to pass. Nothing dangerous seems to happen at the shop.
Damn. I was looking
Yes.
forward to constant combat for 12 hours.
Yeah. I thought about just when you suggested the first time. We're just gonna be like, all right, so there's a constant wave of red caps coming.
It's like a zombies map. Like we have to board up
see
doors
how,
and
see
stuff.
how long you can and all the red caps want to do, they don't want to kill you. They just want to grab pots and smash them on the ground. It's just like
God, it's
just
the worst
grabbing
kind of
pots,
mini game in a game.
And they're running to the ledge and just tossing the pots over the ledge. You're just like, no, stop
Scatter
breaking them.
scree everywhere. We have to slow them down.
Let's slow them down.
I'm gonna kill a lot of people.
Whoa, buddy!
That's a good one.
It's okay.
I like that one. I'm gonna kill a lot of people.
Okay. Okay. So after a while, it's very late. You're all getting kind of drowsy, getting kind of tired. It's been a long day. You've been adventuring since dawn. And you see in the distance a little ratfolk merchant bringing his 2 draft lizards behind him.
Oh, yeah.
But he comes
That's our
kind
boy.
of running up to you guys, and you remember he's kind of got this sort of gray tinge to him. So if you look at his image,
Oh yeah, he's sad.
Yeah, he's very sad. And he's like, "What was the success? Was it successful?"
Aye, well, can you introduce yourself to us yet?
No.
Alright, well, do you have the specific time of day it is? Well, the Garfanola said that he would release your name, come the end of this day, officially.
This day never ends.
Oh, fuck!
Groundhog Day.
Oh,
It's-
Oh!
and you
We
wake
fell
up in your
for a
bed.
classic blunder.
Episode 43
Everyone wakes up.
starts again next week. Yeah, it sucked.
Oh no! No, he says, "Wait a minute. I think I feel something coming on."
Oh, hey, easy, easy.
he
There's a
starts-
bathroom right over there.
He starts levitating up into the air and kind of
Jesus.
spinning around in a circle.
Come on, kill it!
Who's Jesus? But you see all of the
Who's
color
Jesus?
slowly leaching back into his fur.
Jesus.
My
and
God, he's a
suddenly
question mark. Oh, now he's
He's
back.
just like, "Oh, I can say it. I'm Kadij. You saved me. You saved Kadij's wares."
Hi. Welcome home, Kadish.
He's like,
We gave away your
"Son of a
flute, by the
bitch.
way. No, we
Son of a bitch.
we could probably go get it back, but it'd probably
I
cost you
traded
your
my
name.
whole reputation for that.
Hey, well, now you have it back. So,
Oh my gosh, no, I'm so glad. And he like runs around. He's like, half of my inventory's gone. Oh, jeez.
hey, well, it was sold.
Did he leave behind any of the gold?
Hey, why would he do that? That wasn't part of the deal that you wanted. You just wanted your name back. Don't get too greedy on me now, Kadish.
Oh, well, that
You
was the
did
gold
it.
that I was gonna give you for completing this quest.
Ah, fuck. You'll have to find some more, I guess.
I don't have any.
We'll take your name.
I'll tell you what. Do I look like a fae? I can't give you that.
You
I'll
did
tell
before.
what. I'll give each of you 20 gold pieces in store credit.
Hey, well,
Take
what do you
whatever
sell here?
want. A lot of stuff. Potions,
20 gold's plenty.
elixirs.
Hey, well, one of us isn't here, so remember, don't forget about him. He gets part of that too, I think.
Oh, well, you don't have to spend it today. You can come back and shop anytime you like. as
Oh
long as
no,
you're in
we're
the
gonna
city.
all spend it right now. Give us a minute.
Okay.
But like, do you
I don't have an arrow ready to drop.
out of game? Do you want us to just like look for stuff and then we can ask you if he sells it? Basically,
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. I'm just gonna write down in my gear for now. Actually, in my notes that we have $20 or 20 gold to spend at a specific shop. instead of just adding 20 gold to my character sheet.
Yeah, that's fair.
You should be able to do that in your details.
I put it in the notes as well.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
He's like, oh,
20 Kajis points.
Yes, Kaddish
Like Chuck E.
bucks.
Cheese points.
Kaddish
I'm
bucks.
so relieved. He said, you haven't happened to see a little Mitflit running around in a worm costume, have you?
No, but I've seen a kickflip.
I know that we not up this way, not this direction necessarily, but we did run into one when we first came into the city, staying down
he still alive?
He did eat his worm,
bottom
so
feeders.
he-
He was staying at the bottom feeders. The bar right
Oh,
inside
either way,
this.
he did eat his worm, so he might be starving. He
Yeah,
might
if
be
you
dead.
still saw the worm on it, he might have found a new one. But he did eat
Yes,
it in front of
that
us.
is
It
the
was
hope.
horrible.
He's just saying, I'm surprised he's still around. Yakazak's made it pretty clear that he wants to join the cult of the cave worm, but Queen Frilajarma doesn't really appreciate anybody proclaiming that allegiance.
Yeah.
I don't think many people take him very seriously.
Yeah.
Have you spoken with him?
No.
No, I've talked to him time to time, but I try to kind of stay out of trouble, and he kind of is like a walking billboard for trouble.
And once you get him talking, he doesn't shut the fuck up.
That's true. He may just have a really fun accent.
He's great at clip farming, I'm not gonna lie. Really quality stuff there. Have you heard of clip farming?
Sure. No.
Well, a clip is this thing that goes inside, but it's actually internal, part of a gun.
Don't really bother explaining it.
I wanted to clip you to the ground last time I saw you. Remember that? Just saying.
He's not here. I don't know who you're speaking to. This
yeah,
is
that was
Kaddish.
Yakazak that you wanted to. This
That's
is
true.
Kaddish.
It's kind
See,
of the same
Wong
voice.
is having hallucinations. She really didn't like the guy.
Oh shit.
Now she's
Crazy.
projecting him onto others.
That's crazy, bro.
No.
Yeah, no, I remember he was trying to like get someone to help him with a
yeah,
feat of
us.
strength or something.
Yep.
Yeah, no, he wanted to like show off how powerful he was so that the cult would pick him up as a member, but
Yep.
if he's
yeah.
still out there, I guess that means it hasn't worked yet.
Yeah, no, he definitely wanted us to do it, but we do appreciate the quest reminder there. That was good.
Yeah. Okay. Well, just checking. I hope that you have good travels. See you later. It's really late, actually. I don't want to sell you anything right now.
It's midnight. We're going to bed.
Yep. All right.
Yeah,
Goodbye.
it's literally midnight.
He just like lays down behind his shop on a pallet and just falls asleep.
What did his lizard people do? Or his lizard?
It's all the Oblivion merchants, and it's just like you break in their house in the middle of the night. They're just standing there staring at you.
Oh, yeah.
With this traveling mouse trader, I imagine his two bodyguards like snuggle around him as like a barrier just to keep him safe during the night. That's
Good.
my
It's
head.
very
canon.
hot.
Yeah, I like that.
Reminds me of the desert.
No, they're cold-blooded.
My
We're good.
home on Akiton.
God, it's from Akiton. It's from another planet. We wouldn't be able to dream message with him because dream message has a range of planetary.
Mm-hmm.
Figured that out today, but not planar.
So silly. So what are you guys thinking next? I mean, what was the plan?
think
after,
go to bed.
Dealing with all this. All right, go back to the inn.
Yeah, it's midnight. I think we go sleep at the inn, right? We still have our rooms, or was it like for a night, or did we buy like a
I think you
month?
still have your rooms. I think you still got rooms. I will say when you get back, the innkeeper gives you guys a message that was left for you. A little scroll.
I can't read.
Wow.
So it's this little scroll. You can unfurl it, and it says that I thought you might be interested to know. The cult of the cave worm has seen explosive growth in recent months. Apparently, they've stolen an artifact from Queen Frilajarma's vault and have been flaunting this newfound infamy to gather members from those who from the Queen's dissenters. The identity of these cultists is very closely guarded because they don't want to give the Queen a chance to get revenge. And it says, yours truly, and it's like a little emoji of a blue hat. It's like a little picture of a blue hat.
Winterhoff.
Rat bastard.
First recorded use of emojis in Galarian, actually, right there.
It's just 3-dimensional. It pops out at you. Ah!
Hey,
What
I
was
think
the message exactly again? Sorry, I'm taking the notes.
yeah, can you paste that?
I will. Yeah. I made it up, so I'll just
Give the bullet points.
let's see.
Okay, so that probably means tomorrow that we want to. I see two possible, like Austin does, and if anyone else has any ideas, let's hear them. But we either need to. It's almost like a pick your faction type thing. Like we need to either go talk to the queen and maybe get on her side, and she'll probably have us try to help deal with some of the goings ons of the clan, and maybe in return she gives us the information that we came down here for initially about the tomb,
Or
or we go with the
take
clan.
Emperor Tyrannus.
Yeah, exactly. We go with the cult, bring Yakazak with us, have him do the feat of strength, try to get the cult to notice him, get him in turn get us in, and kind of work with them, and maybe try to get the information that we're looking from that side. That's kind of what I feel like is happening right here. I don't know if anyone else has any other thoughts, though.
I got a feeling.
Anyone
I
else
have
come
no
up to
feelings.
any conclusions or ideas, or just agree?
Sure.
Yeah, I think I'm in a similar boat to you as
Okay.
far as my thoughts, Austin.
Okay.
Yeah, it makes sense.
So is anyone? I mean, we can go to sleep fine, right? Okay. So if anyone could get stuff back for long rest, probably do that.
Sleepy time.
Just gonna click rest, and then maybe we do breakfast the next morning. Can we? Anything
yeah.
crazy going on while we sit down for breakfast? It's kind of our normal thing to do this, stay in an inn and eat breakfast here in the
Elevensies.
morning.
Yeah, the inn is on fire. No,
Oh
I'm
my
just
god. It's fucking
She
Zivu
goes,
has transferred.
kidding.
Okay, so
Down for
like
the-
over breakfast, maybe we talk about. They're like, "Hey, are you all leaning one way or another? I don't really know if I have any allegiance to this." And kind of keeping quiet. I don't really know if I have any allegiance to this queen necessarily, but I'm not quite sure how much I want to deal with the cult. Are you leaning one way or the other, or should we go speak with the queen first, or should we try to work with Yakazak here and maybe get to speak with one of these cult members? Does anyone have any opinions one way or the other?
I think getting a feel on the queen, regardless of whether or not we side with her, makes sense. Because if we go with the
Alright.
cult, having an in with her makes
All right,
it a little bit easier.
I agree with that. Get a vibe for the queen, and then at the very least, maybe if we don't like her, we can use the fact that we've spoken with her to our advantage to get in with the cult. Right.
Yes, because it could be harder to get to the queen once we have affiliations with the cult.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So,
Excellent, excellent thought. All right, well, we have one of the coins, correct? That we need to speak with the queen from the
badges?
guards. All right, well,
Who has that? Who picked that up? I don't remember. Do I have it?
Yeah,
Is it here in my pack?
I don't have it in my notes necessarily.
Not that pocket. No.
Gosh, yeah, I don't.
Bigger pocket.
I
at
must
the
have let it
bottom
fall
there.
into the canyon.
Shit. All right, Karu, you don't take fall damage, right? We're going to throw
That's
you
okay.
down.
Can you teleport back? I hope
No.
so.
We will wait for you at the top while you climb back up. There's no
How
real.
much rope do we have collectively?
Sure, they sell rope here. It can't be too expensive. Kadish, how much can 300 gold worth of shop credit get us in rope? No, I think we have it, right? I don't. Okay, so someone's got to remind me. I don't remember getting this coin. I don't know what we were talking about earlier when you guys were like, "Oh,
Yeah,
we already
it was,
have one."
it was one of the guys that we. I think it was the guy on the bridge, actually.
The
He was
guy that
one
we
got
very
it from.
ethically murdered, okay?
It took a while too. Like there at the end, we were just kind of stabbing.
When
him
we
with
first leave
pencils
the red cap?
Yeah, one of the
Yeah,
red caps we
at the
murdered.
entrance.
Oh,
You got a
okay.
pin. It kind of looks like a butterfly kind of thing.
Okay. Yeah, that was okay. Cool. So from what we heard from Zivu, we just need to present that coin to the King's Guard, and that gets us in with the Queen. Like, that's, as far as we know, that's all there is to it.
Sure.
Okay. So, finish our food and off we go. Is anyone...
Yeah.
I guess, do we have anything that we want, or we've done a little bit of adventuring. Is there anything that we need to want, or buy, rather? Need to want. Is there anything we want to buy before we go to prepare for this, whatever it is?
Actually, I picked up this food dye while we were out.
Red
Khajiit
40.
had it on him. No, it's green. Check out my eggs.
It's green.
Green eggs and ham?
The ham? Oh yes. Isn't that a fun breakfast?
It's a fun breakfast.
That a fun
Now
breakfast.
I'm picturing Kara's Cat in the Hat.
That's Mike Myers' Cat in the Hat?
Yeah, exactly.
That's fine.
It does fit in the same.
It's a similar vibe.
Yeah, yeah.
I think I am not too worried about.
Are you at all concerned about the fact that Elnat hasn't returned?
Oh
Yes.
shit.
Eh.
I guess we should be. Yeah, if we get up and we're having breakfast and he never comes down. Hey.
Should we leave a note here at the inn telling him where we've been and what we are doing? It seems right to.
Hey, you know what we should do? We should actually, on our way back to the Queen, let's stop by Khadijah's place. I think that we've made acquaintances with him and see if he has seen him at all. Because that was the area in which we last saw him, so maybe he's seen him.
Okay.
Or we can at least ask him to keep an eye out. Yeah, and we'll leave a note as well. I can't read or write necessarily. That's not true. I definitely can't. But
It's hard to read crayon.
Okay, so you're gonna leave a note for Elnat at the inn, telling him what you guys are planning for the day. Yeah, like if you guys check his room, I think Silver Forge is just kind of sitting there awkwardly, and he kind of whines mechanically. Aww.
Hey, Silverforge,
Now
where's his
that
ex?
is a little bit more worrying.
Yeah, no, that's not good because he left with Silverforge.
Aww.
Does it look like his bed was recently slept in? Is that something that we could be able to tell at all?
Doesn't look like he's been back.
Is the door
There's a
scratched?
giant gap in the wall. I was gonna say there's a giant gap in the wall where Silver Forge is smashed in a window.
I imagine Silverforge is actually like on one of like the like a vacuum cleaner, like the Roomba's like charger. Like it's done for the day. He just steps on it. There's like two little pieces of metal that he puts his
I think
claws
he's actually
on.
a clockwork creature. I think you got to wind him back up actually. So he's looking real droopy.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
You wind him up too much, and Silver Forge is just like super fast all day long.
You overcranked him again. Hey, Silverforge, do you want to come with us? I need you. Do you want to? Do you know where Elnat is? Where is he at, boy?
He's trapped in a well?
He's trapped in a well.
Thank you, Josh. That's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah, he doesn't know.
Doesn't say. Doesn't react at all when I say Elnat, or act excited when we offered to have him come with us or anything.
He might follow you.
Okay. Well, it's probably then just better than leaving a mechanical dinosaur in a room by itself all day. We can't. He can't. He's not a mature animal companion, so he can't act on his own necessarily. Exactly. And Elnat's not here to give him command, so he's just kind of chillin', I imagine. But he's probably got an intimidation factor with him. Like, people will probably sidestep us a little bit for a velociraptor from a god.
And if anything else, if Elnat doesn't come back, we can obviously sell it to a satyr for an entire shop. That's
you better
apparently
hope
the market
Elnat comes
value.
back, boy. Otherwise, we're gonna sell you for parts.
Oh man.
I mean, we did just get him appraised, more or less.
Nothing from either of the girls, huh?
We care about robots.
Yeah, robot.
Not real.
All right. So the thought process is to go meet the queen, maybe.
If we can stop by Khadijah's on the way and just have him keep an eye out for Elnat as well, give him a message. Just so we have one other set out and about. Maybe, Elnat would come back here and be like, "Oh shit,
the nameless guy's here. He's like, actually, my name's Kadij. So, just another way for him to find us later on if he needs to.
If he's not back by the end of this day, I will dream message him tonight and see if I can't make contact.
Hey, but that only will work if he's on the same planet as you.
Well, that will give us at least that answer.
Right, that'll help narrow it down. Good points. Kadij is probably familiar with travel to Akiton, so...
Okay. Alright. So, this whole city, you'll remember, is like built on the outside of these stalactites. And the largest of these stalactites is reserved for the Queen's Palace. Let's see. I was trying to see if I had. Yeah. So like it's the whole city's kind of divided up into the upper and lower courts. The Queen's Palace is within the upper courts, so there's less support, I guess, for walkers to walk around. There's like only one path that you can take that will take you to the stalactite where the Queen's Palace sits, so it's very obvious like where you're headed. But it is part of the largest stalactite in the city. It's kind of got like an elegant walkway along it, and frequently guarded by both the red caps that you've seen flying around on Bloodseekers and other types of flying fae. They're all kind of watching you very carefully as you go. Kind of proceed up all of this way to the entrance of this kind of like upside down looking castle, essentially. And there's a red cap with a very official looking insignia. He's got one of the pins on his lapel there, and he's got kind of like a more elegant looking outfit on.
Is it blue or gray?
It's is his outfit? His outfit is
whatever your shirt
bluish
is.
gray. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So he looks at he looks you up and down and says, state your business.
Aw, there was no reason to act like
Hey,
that.
What, are you having a bad day there, sir?
No.
We're here to see the Queen. Glad to hear you're having an okay day.
I'm gonna see the Queen. Did he send for you?
I thought it was a she. Why'd you say she-he?
I said she. Did she send for you?
I don't believe so.
Well, what am I supposed to do?
Oh, nothing. I guess we'll just catch you later. And we just start walking by.
Sounds good.
Just go past him.
Wait a minute. And somebody else runs outside and whispers into his ear. And he says, hold on a minute. Are you that group that's been kind of traipsing all around town asking about the cult of the cave worm?
Shit.
No.
I don't believe so.
He points at Orpheus and he's just like, gotcha. No,
I know, I heard that was actually crits and cantrips, not us. No affiliation. I did see them over by Kadiz's shop earlier, though.
Oh, okay. You know Kadij. Yeah, we're gonna go arrest him later. His shop's full of stolen goods. Did you know that?
I had no idea.
No.
Luckily, we haven't bought anything from there yet.
But he says, well, it's your lucky day. Actually, the Queen does want to see you.
Aye, well, perfect. That works out just about well. Wait, so he doesn't say anything about us talking about the cult of the cave worm? That was part of the joke. Okay, that's awesome.
He does say that.
Oh, okay. I didn't know how back we were
reverting.
reverting.
Just the part at the very end there.
Okay, just making sure.
Like, we're gonna go arrest him. Yeah, no. That's
okay.
That's a joke. No, but okay. So he's like, yeah, you're the group that's been. All right, come with me. And he ushers you inside. You got a red cap on either side of you.
Can we hip check them?
And they take you into the Queen's Palace a little bit. Let me give you an idea, kind of just generally,
a map,
what that looks like. So
Queen's Palace. Ooh.
yeah, she resides in a palace built around the central stalactite of the city, which kind of serves as a reminder. It's a landmark. Everyone can see it from any point in the city, and so you've had it pointed out to you several times. But now you've traveled along this like ornate pathway all the way up to the gates. You've let in the gates, and you're taken directly into the queen's like sort of central chamber, and her throne room.
Okay, we're supposed to see this. Okay, it's called copy,
Hold on
right?
one
That's the name of the map. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. So the throne room ceiling sparkles with incandescent stars, crisscrossed by shimmering auroras, resembling an Arctic night sky. There are red caps around the edges of the room that all snap to attention, holding their pole arms with barely restrained malice and violence in their eyes. They're like, but they're her guards. Courtiers ranging from sprites and gremlins all the way up to centaurs and elementals converse around the edges of the halls, with countless sprites flying and flittering amongst the columns. And an eerily beautiful nymph sits confidently by herself on the throne. Her skin the same tone as the stone behind her, yet her eyes glowing with a fierce intensity, and she beckons for you to approach. Welcome to my court, strangers. I am Frilojarma, Queen of the Endless Gulf. Approach, and you may speak. And so we'll give everyone this map that kind of approximates kind of what you're seeing here.
Dang.
Ooh.
Oh, cool. All right.
That's some cool art for her.
She says, you may approach and speak. This is actually book art because it was pretty good.
Yeah, it's good.
You're
And
really
I just kind of looked at everyone else, and then I tried to walk forward, but there's no bridge, so I fall to my death.
You start swimming.
Okay. No, I'll start approaching, I guess.
I will follow Wokrun because I am protective of him at this point because he is an idiot.
I like to be middleist.
I'll make more room for people. I guess, does it look like we're supposed to approach like up to here, probably?
You're probably close enough.
Okay. In that case, I will go.
Maybe she hold up a hand when you get that close.
Yeah.
Speak plainly. What is your business here in my court?
Okay, let's take a pause here. Jump back. What is the original reason that we came here? I know it was to speak to Frilojarma. The original reason we came was to speak to her about finding the tomb, or was it to find information about the worm, and that would lead us to the tomb? I'm going to go back through the notes, but does anyone specifically remember like the original reason that we came here?
Who's to find information on the worm? I'm pretty sure.
The cult of the cave worm is like our main objective.
Yeah.
So I know she's going to have a certain perspective on that. So I think that's what we're after, is simply her side of it and what she can glean from what's happened. And
About the cult or the worm, or just both in general?
both in general. She'll get to the cult. She's going to talk about it no matter what. But we want to kind of get her to talk about the worm.
Okay, so
I'm
start with the
assuming
worm.
that we're going to have to help her with the cult in order to...
Agree, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. In that case, I mean, if anyone else wants to talk, please do. I do have 14 diplomacy, so I might. Okay.
Does anyone have any reason to want to take down this tyrant? Does anyone have any sort of reasons or motivations to kind of change the political atmosphere?
She hasn't done anything to me yet. This encounter might change that perspective.
Is it written in anyone's backstory? Become a queen of a city deep underground.
I mean, Huang has a deep
vampire.
hatred for tyrants, but not necessarily her in particular. So.
Okay. Yeah.
What about Bao?
About to, honestly. But
No, I was
we'll
gonna say,
get
maybe
there.
Bao's chill with dictators. Like Bao's actually like communist.
That's how
Like,
Bao
"Hi."
and Huang met, though. I'll eventually do my backstory one of these days. So.
Walkroon maybe steps forward and goes, "Hi, Bad. Hail, Queen Frilojarma," and he kind of does like a half-assed bow, or like he doesn't doesn't really know what he's doing. So, me and my group of compatriots here have come to your fine city here and search for more information about a particular cave worm that you may have been dealing with as of recently. I did see the unfortunate damage that was caused when we entered the city, but we just came here purely to gather more information about that, as it pertains to another incident that we are looking into.
Okay. At the mention of the worm, she sort of winces, and she says, "Ugh, that pesky creature. I could just cry." And at her like prompting that she could cry, basically everybody else that's in the room, all these other people, but just like drop what they're doing and just like start heading towards the door, and you just feel the atmosphere in the room like shift, like everyone's emotions kind of like no, like
she's got like an aura around her, like she's making
she's
everyone
like
sad.
She's sad, so everyone in the room starts to think of bad things that have happened in their lives and kind of like bring you almost to the edge of tears.
A will save or something to like fight that off, or like do we recognize that's what's happening?
She hasn't done anything yet, but yeah, you could obviously recognize. You could also make checks if you want.
I was about to say, can I do an esoteric lore check to see if I can figure out what the hell's going on here?
Sure.
Okay.
That would be legitimately scary.
That would be terrifying.
Like thinking about that happening in real life, like no.
What wasn't there? Isn't there a character in not to spoil anything, but the Fourth Wing series, right, Brendan? That like affected emotions.
No.
They kind of like did that.
You're thinking of Jasper from Twilight.
I'm not. I know nothing about Twilight. I'm absolutely not thinking about that.
Yeah, no, that's who it is.
Not a very good lore. Dirty 20 on the esoteric lore check.
I appreciate I got a laugh out of Dylan and Josh. That was not who I thought was gonna laugh at that.
Yep. My sister watched the Twilight series. I know about
so funny. So funny. Okay. So you got a 20.
What did it? What she is? I know you kind of mentioned it when we came in, but like, and maybe what this effect is. That's all I'm going for here.
Okay. And she is.
And even if I fail, that's a piece of true information, piece of false information type situation.
Okay. It's interesting. I think this is definitely going to be a failure.
Yeah, I think so. I only rolled a 7, so.
Yeah. So you get a piece of true information and a piece of false information.
Yeah, perfectly easy for a DM. DM, which one do you prefer?
So I'm gonna say that one, you know that she's a type of nymph known as a lampad. So you know that anyone who hears a fit of weeping from a creature such as this has to make a will save, or like you're basically like stuck. You're caught up in the wave of emotions. You're crying. Like that's a thing that can happen.
Okay.
I would say you also know that she can use powerful magic to kind of force you to feel the same emotions that she's feeling.
Okay. I wouldn't want to say any of that, like, in the situation that we're in, because I don't want to, like, lean over and be, like, whispering during this conversation, like, she's a lampad, she's making us feel bad. But, like, if Wakrun recognizes that, then he might immediately try to, like, make her feel better. Guy, I'm terribly sorry for bringing up that particular creature. I wasn't aware that it was a sort of subject. I'm terribly sorry about that. If you wouldn't mind, I could switch topics here. We could hopefully a less emotional subject here. Maybe the cult of the cults. That I won't say the full name. But I hear you've been trying to deal with the cult situation here. Is that?
Is that fair to say?
Oh, Wakrun is supposed to be way more better at speaking than me. Fuck.
What the rolls are for? You're an interpretation or a tribute to, rather. Of
yeah. He's a tribute to it. That's what we'll say.
Yeah. Well, and I roll 7. That's a great, accurate roll. I feel like, but I try to switch the topics.
Yeah.
Trying to switch the topics, and you switch to perhaps another equally as terrible topic.
I was hoping maybe she would go from sad to angry with this, which maybe isn't a good emotion to have, but like maybe that's better than everyone being sad.
Yeah. So I think she's gonna say, she's like, some number of years ago, the Avernal Worm rampaged here. I chased it away, of course, though not quickly enough for some of my fickle followers. It inspired an inept resistance movement that I, of course, quashed. Even so, this cult still persists in the dark places within my city. They recently stole from my palace with outside help. And she kind of looks over all of you here.
Hey, when was this done? How recent was that?
Within the last couple of weeks.
Well, we've only just arrived. I hadn't heard anything about that. Trying to put that into her head that it probably wasn't us because we just got here.
Success has reinvigorated them to concoct a new wave of plots against me.
I've heard whispers across the city of such. What in particular did they steal from you, if you don't mind my asking? And if that's pushing the boundary here, then by all means, I apologize.
I think, I think she kind of is going to ignore you.
Okay.
She'll say, and she's gonna like kind of like look over the rest of the group and see if anybody else like jumps in to start talking here.
I apologize. Sorry.
You've not yet said, what is your purpose here in my city?
I said we are coming to investigate the cave worm.
Yeah.
I mean, what's the harm in telling her that we're an emissary to this god who wishes us to explore this worm? I mean, just because this worm is a greater interest.
It's we're doing it for the old king, right? Not necessarily a god. Yeah. Okay. No, I don't think there's any harm.
He's a demigod at the very least, right? I mean, he was a part of that great war. And, I mean, I don't know his class or nothing, but I'd say he's probably a paladin.
TBD, maybe. I'm okay with that. Yeah, if someone else wants to bring that up, I don't see any harm in that.
Yeah. I'm cash money with that.
I don't think we're trying to be secretive about it. I think it's a good cause. So.
Haru will speak up then, and he'll tell her that we are emissaries of this this Sky King of old, that we have communed with him, and he has sent us on this quest for the worm.
Yeah, okay. So I think if Karu walks up and speaks to her, the whole room is going to kind of like the emotional charge that's in the room is going to kind of dissipate a little bit. She's reflecting very like mellow, like back to Karu, I think. And she's going to say, the court does not dabble in the affairs of the surface dwellers. She says, but if you've come here on the business of this Sky King, whoever that is, then perhaps we could align our interests more closely.
Oh god, she wants to fuck Karu.
Are hot as fuck. Come here. No, so she's going to say...
That would be crazy.
She goes, look around. And she like points out all the red caps and like the fairies and stuff that are still lingering at the edges of the room. She says, some of my agents are not good at being subtle or in engaging with these cultists. You could act as agents of vengeance for me. Find out who these cult leaders are so that I can punish them. I would like my property back. I would like to see these cult leaders punished. And I would like to make sure that whatever they're plotting is not going to come to fruition.
You mean us to be sleeper agents for you? Gain their trust, understand their inner workings, and report back?
Yes.
Or would you like us to dismantle them entirely?
Well, if you find an easy way to take care of the problem, then I would consider it a personal favor to me.
Yes, Wakun.
What was the piece of property that was stolen from you, so we know what to look for? I'm sure there's many
suppose-
stolen goods there. I want to be particular about what we're looking for.
I suppose it can't hurt. Tell you. And she does this, and all of her guards turn around and cover their ears.
Even the bat wings.
Yeah. The bloodseekers just fall from the sky.
Sorry.
No, they don't really understand that much.
That's fair.
She says the artifact was a map. A very powerful map. A powerful map that can be attuned to any creature and track its whereabouts. I call it the Every Win map.
Hey, did you come up with that name yourself?
No, it was written on the back in Sharpie.
Perfect. Well, that makes it okay then. My god, a map that could lead us straight to the worm? I smell book 3. Okay.
Right, to the worm.
Yeah, which I'm excited about. Wakun is terrified of.
He's gonna use it so he knows where not to go, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
we're gonna go that way.
left, no, quick.
The exact opposite. Right. But if you want us to partake in this, I would say that you just we need to dissipate this information, disseminate this information to the rest of your town guard, so they don't try to arrest us if they see us partaking in cult-like activities, if that is something that you are capable of doing.
Obviously, we can go with the ruse so as not to reveal our cover, but I don't want to be slit in the throat by any guards for...
Red Caps are a pesky bunch. Strong. A good force, he said sarcastically.
Of course. I would make sure that no one in my retinue interrupts your ability to interact with this cult. So you've agreed. You'll do this for me?
You said you were a fake, correct? We need to analyze the origin of this deal, I think. Don't worry, we're professionals at this by this time. No, I think that makes...
I just wanted to know if you're going to help me or not, because your answer determines whether or not I'm going to give you your friend back. And then there's a cage that descends from the ceiling that has Elnat in it.
And it starts playing Mr. Brightside. Coming out of my cage, and I've been doing just fine.
And we'll pick up here next week.
Oh, shit.
Crazy.
But what if we say no, and Elnat can never come back?
Yeah. Damn. What if?
Yeah, we are in a tight spot. Okay. Cool. Thanks for hanging out, stream. Appreciate it. We will catch you in a couple of weeks. Bye-bye.